Rich, of course, on the field. And, again, appreciate everyone listening tonight. Feel free to chat us up.
Already got a few people chatting in there. Miss Nelson, Donna Nelson, as always, are listening in. We're so thankful that you join us each and every week. One of our faithful listeners, Kirk.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know. I got to be on the chat side last week a little bit. It's kind of fun.
It is kind of fun.
Right there, but I can't keep up with our loyal chatters. I had to say one thing and get off quickly.
One thing is may not be fun is trying to catch up with the number 25, Davion Godley there of Fulshire. That young man is a dynamic playmaker. He's actually a holdover from last year. 2,287 yards, Kirk, and 29 rushing touchdowns. We went last week against Magnolia, and their young man had 1,505 yards last year, and this 2,287 is a fair clip past that. So it's going to be a tough sledding in for the Friendswood Mustang defense, who has played well this year. We mentioned the Fulshire defense, but Friendswood has also allowed just a few points more than Fulshire, looking at about, let's call it 21 points more, so not bad for the Mustangs as we try to hold this one in tight, and the teams are on the field getting ready. It's just going to be one of those things. It might be tough sledding, but ball control and some turnovers may help us out in the long run.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And speaking of turnovers, these two teams leading the district in turnover differential. Fulshire with, I believe, plus 12, Friendswood plus 11.
Yes, sir.
And Friendswood does win the toss and will kick this ball off to get this game started. Beebe with the kick. That is going to go all the way back to the 3-yard line. Beautiful kick. We return to the 10, 15, the 20, the 25-yard line. We'll get the first look at Fulshire now. Again, Fulshire in their white uniforms, white pants, white helmet, purple helmet, white jersey with the purple numbers. And those purple helmets, because they are shockingly bright.
I might go electric purple. Is that actually a color?
It is now. I like it.
It is now. You like it?
Absolutely. The Mustangs in a more traditional football gear. White pants, blue, Mustang blue jerseys, the white helmets with the blue Mustang. And here we go. Again, we talked a lot about spread offense, this and that. Not right here. Davion Godley in the backfield. One back in the backfield. Oh, got a little quarterback pass right out the gate. Little boot. And that's a 1st and 10. And just as we sit here and talk about all the rushing they will do, they come out and throw a pass first play.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. They also had number 88, Marcus Carter, junior tight end. He looked like he was open down the middle of the field, but they tried that little swing pass, get out in the flats, get to the playmakers. But, yeah, we just talk about all the yards that Godley has, and they come out and fake us all out. I guess no one's ready for that one.
Well, now they come back here with 3 in the backfield, and they've got a really good blocking back there, Zane Smith. And Smith with the football, he loves to block, he loves to hit, and he can run. He just bulled his way for about 4 yards on that one. And, Coach, you'll take 4 yards a clip.
Oh, absolutely. That we're talking early in pregame, just kind of you and I chit-chatting, that they don't punt very often. They kind of use their full 4 downs, try to get a few yards each and every one of them, and we'll see what they do that even tonight. But that's a good little first down for them.
Now they're in doubles formation. Quarterback in the pistol. Smith, offset, little quarterback keeper. It's going to be that's Godley, excuse me. Godley, no, that is the quarterback, excuse me. That is Broadway. Godley was out wide that time. We're going to get this straight here eventually. We're seeing 3 different sets of first 3 plays of the ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. What a name, Broadway. You got to love that. That's a great football name.
So it will now be a second. No, that's 1st and 10. They've got to change the box there. 1st and 10 now in Mustang territory. Ball's on the 44-yard line of Friendswood. Broadway all by himself. The keeper again around the right side. Going to be bottled up and brought down, but he gets about 8 yards on that one down to the Mustang 36-yard line.
Yeah, that just direct snapped him. I'm trying to actually look. Okay, yeah, Godley wasn't even in the game right there. Now he steps in the game, number 25. Coming back in, but it looks like they've kind of maybe decided to go something a little different than what everybody expects them to do. Quick pass, kind of a couple quarterback sneakers, and see what they can get something started.
Now Godley, you said, is back. Broadway under center. Little movement, and they get the call back. Trying to draw Friendswood, and almost did. 9:54 just underway here in the first quarter. Fulshire got the opening kickoff. They're now on the Mustang 37-yard line. Handoff Godley right side. Finds a hole. Gone. That's a touchdown for Fulsher. Unless he did not step out of bounds. He got out of there like a rocket.
I don't know. If you're not here at the game, it is very difficult for us to describe how fast that play just occurred. I don't know if I could even. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, there was just enough hole for him to get through.
Yes.
And then the rest was all Godley.
Yeah, I think that word electric not only goes to their helmets, it also goes to him. That was one of the fastest. I don't know what to say on that. Golly, that was quick.
Now, they will go for two nearly every time. They are lined up for two right here. Three backs the backfield. Godley around the right end, and he is going to be brought down for a loss, so the Mustangs will hold no two-point conversion that time. You know, Godley's not a big kid. Looks at about 5'10", maybe 180, 185. All about the speed game, but he's got some good blockers up front. If they can do their job, we've seen what's going to happen on there. Now, if you can get some hands on him, you got a great chance to bring him down.
They're going to have to hit – one guy may have to hit him, slow him down. We lots of caps out there. It can't be just one guy trying to chase him down because that's not going to happen. I'm getting a shout-out to Coach Butler listening. Appreciate you doing that. And Tyler Campbell, thank you for listening in as well. Appreciate you guys each and every week. And, again, Kirk, nice crowd tonight. It's a beautiful night here in Friendswood. Enough rain. We needed some rain. Glad we got it. But now it's a gorgeous night for football, isn't it?
Absolutely perfect night for football. Just this is – I don't know. You wake up in a morning like this, and it just feels right. Unfortunately, for your homecoming opponent, you've got – one of the best teams in the state of Texas, and they have already shown why they are on that first drive. 9:38 left here in the first quarter, already Chargers 6, Mustangs 0, but Mustangs will now get the football for the first time.
Yeah, and the Mustangs' offense last week just, I hate to use the word, was anemic on third and fourth down. We had to go 3 or 4 times on fourth down. We're going to have to do better on third down and make those conversions to extend those plays, eat up some clock. Things like that. It's just not going to happen if we don't. So we got to do much better than we did last week on that in that area.
Yeah, and it's so frustrating because, again, you've got the leading passer in the district.
Yep.
You've got the leading receiver in the district, and we just couldn't get it done. Oh, we got a little fair catch.
I think he actually dropped down to one knee.
Oh, did okay.
I don't think he meant to, and he just caught it, which I'd rather him catch it than fumble it, right?
Ball going to be good. Yeah, ball's going to be in the 25, or they would have got that anyway. Yep. So 9:35 left here in the first quarter. Again, just underway. Fulsher got the first score, one drive, one score, no conversion as they're going to go for two. They did not get it. Now, Coach, you mentioned earlier, we talked about Fulsher's offense. Fulsher's offense, their defense, not bad.
Not bad at all. Like we said, they've only allowed a few points less than Friendswood. You know, Friendswood's going to have to maybe do some quick things, some quick outs, get it to our skill guys. Buffington had a great year so far, 7 touchdowns. Mickey as well.
Handoff, Winters up the middle. Walker Winters, nice run, and just enough for a Mustang first down.
And I was just going to say, if we get Walker Winters going, he does a good job of getting up, going through that hole nice and quick as well. He's a tough kid, too. We got to get the running game going as well.
I think so. Brought Foster back to pass. Got a man caught. Across the middle. 50, 40, 30. Oh, Mickey got tripped up. Beautiful pitch and catch that time. Oh, you know he loves his favorite target, Mickey, right there.
Yeah, that was a big play. Mickey hadn't really been much of a factor past couple games. I'm glad they found him trying to get him in the mix.
But I was just going to say, you were talking about Walker Winters. We do need to see him run the ball. Time of possession.
Yep.
Winters back in the Mustang set right there as Foster was out. Winters took the direct snap, got about 2 yards on that. But, yeah, I was thinking it'd be a nice game to have Winters get 20, 25 carries.
Yeah.
Keep the ball in your possession. Ball is on the Charger 26. Winters, left side, get outside. Yes. Good one block. Man to beat, 20. Down to the 15-yard line goes Walker Winters.
And that was a great block getting outside by number 14, Tyler Goins getting in there. And let me tell you something right now. You're going to take Walker Winters out. He is not going out of bounds. He's going to lower his head and lay a lick on you and make you pay for it.
Mustangs driving on inside the red zone now. Winters up the middle. Going to get to the 13 where he slammed down. That's really the first stop the Chargers have had so far.
Yeah, that was number 80, Rashad Smith, who took him down there. Friendswood still in their normal hurry-up offense.
Foster calls it out. Oh, got some movement up front. Got a free play. Going up top. Buffington over his head.
But that's a free play. That's smart.
Yes.
You got to go for the end zone. You're that close. Just loft it up there, see if you can go get it. Looked like Fulsher was trying to jump that snap count, weren't they?
So that will be see here, was 2nd and 8. Ball was on the 13. They're going to move it right to the 8-yard line, little 5-yarder. Going to be a 2nd down and 3 now. Inside the 10 at the Fulshear 8-yard line. Got Mickey in motion. Handoff, Winters up the middle. Gets inside the 5. Not quite to the 4. They're going to mark him down at the 5-yard line. That should be enough for a first. It is 1st and goal for the Mustangs, 7:53 and counting. Here we go. Foster. Oh, no, they're going to throw a flag.
They tried to get going a little too quick, I think. Maybe a little false start on the Mustangs.
I like the idea, though.
Yep,
Foster is going to do a little keeper on himself to the left side. And just, you're right, just somebody wasn't set that time.
Yeah. He had a great run last week where he got down to like the 2-yard line, you know. And I used your be a man scream, and he almost got in there. He does a good job. We mentioned many times before, it doesn't look like he's going that fast, but nobody tracks him down from behind very often. He's got that long stride. He does a great job of using those feet.
1st and goal now from the 8. Winters up the middle to the 7-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd down and goal from the 7. Coach, I'm going to go and say right now, in a situation like this, you've got to come up with 6. You've got to get the end zone.
Absolutely.
Against a team like Fulshear.
Yeah, you can't go unanswered.
No. Foster on the caper, left side. Put your head down. He does. He gets inside the 5 to the 4. 3rd and goal from the 4. Got to be 4. Again, to me, it's got to be 4-down territory right here. You don't get it here, you go for it on 4th. Get those big points because Fulshear is going to score some points. You can hold a team. Heck, you hold them to half. They're scoring. That's still 25 a game.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we can't win on field goals.
Absolutely not. Foster with Winters offset to his left side. Buffington now on the right side, and Friendswood has to burn a timeout as there was a little confusion right there on who's going where. So 6:40 left here in the 1st quarter. Fulshear up 6-0, and the Mustangs take a timeout. 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. So, yeah, set up this play and maybe set up the next one as well.
Yeah, I know it's 1st quarter and 6 minutes 40 to go. I don't have a problem with it. We're too close to the end zone for us to go out there and mess something up and get another penalty. I don't have a problem with that timeout at all, especially when we can get 6 right here.
Again, appreciate everyone listening in this evening and chatting us up. We're getting some. We're gonna hit it down to Jacob Ritz, I think, eventually, once we get some technical difficulties squared away. Or maybe we just need a new battery. I don't know. But either way. In the meantime, you got Josh and I up here just trying to get everything we can do to help Friendswood get this big win tonight. And, oh, man, because what a huge win it would be.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
It would throw the district in just it would completely turn things upside down for Friendswood to get this win this evening.
Absolutely would. You know, we still got to have Mag West and Fulshear play later in the few weeks. So it's not over by any means.
No way. Here we go. 3rd and goal from the 4. Foster on the keeper.
Get in there. Yes, sir.
Get in the house. Yes. Touchdown. Brock Foster. Mustangs tied it up 6-6 with the extra point pending. Friendswood not going to go for 2. Not their MO. They will bring in Miss Reagan Rudolph. And I'm not going to say it. I don't want to jinx her. She just had a nice season.
I'm not going to say it either. Hey, big boys up front did a phenomenal job that series of making sure Fulshear didn't get body in the backfield. Great
Reagan
job.
Rudolph, that right leg is through. It is good. It is Mustangs 7, Fulshear Chargers 6. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered for the first drive of the ball game.
Oh, yeah. If they're going to go down and score quick like they did, then Friendswood takes a good, 4 minutes off the clock, comes down there and scores. Answers. That's a great job by the Mustangs there. I'm sure the coaches are all excited about that, at least getting us going. I think Jacob Rich, Kirk, is going, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely. Hey, can we already hear you right now?
Hey, I can hear y'all finally.
Yes, Jacob. Jacob's in the crowd right now doing some crowd work.
Hey, and what a crowd we have here tonight. I mean, it is homecoming, of course, but I'm just happy to be on the air, guys. I got to tell y'all.
Well, we're glad to have you. Another outside game for you as of last week. I know you thought you'd be in the beautiful confines of the press box, but you and Coach were outside keeping it real.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have it made in the shade with some air conditioning, maybe some food perhaps, but neither were to be had.
Well, all you Magnolia fans are listening. Throw a little grub up in that press box. We'd appreciate it. Jacob, we'll come back down to you in a minute. Gotta love Jacob Rich. Does a great job for us, and he's working his way down this big crowd right now.
I tell Jacob all the time when he gets famous, don't forget where he started.
Oh, that's absolutely right. A baby gets that ball in the end zone, And so the Mustangs will start, the Chargers will start this drive on their 25. Mustangs 7, Fulshear 6, 6:34 left here in the first quarter. Again, a beautiful night, incredible crowd, best crowd we've had all season so far this year, and we've had some good ones. It just feels like the magic is in the air tonight, and the ambiance now is great. Yes, we've got – because –
I'm getting excited. What can I tell you? I'm trying to lights on, lights off. I'm trying to figure all this out, man. I'm fired
whatever
up.
we can do to help get the Mustangs this win this evening.
Sure, I'll put on a helmet. That may not help us win, but
Fulshear coming out first and 10, 6:34. Godley up the middle, makes a cut. Oh, he gets a spin off. Got one man to beat. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and Davion Godley just goes 75 yards for the quick score.
So you think the coaches in the box say, we're going to hand off to 25? Is that the play?
Yeah.
How about the next play? Why don't we hand off to 25?
I know.
What about the next play? You know what I think we ought to do? Hand off to 25.
Well, and I love that the first drive, they mixed it all up.
They did.
Let's try everything we got. Hey, let's settle down and give it to Godley.
Who are we fooling here? Who are we fooling? Let's just give it to 25 and everybody else get out the way.
We're going to run that. Looks like a little T formation back here.
What am I watching, Oklahoma?
I mean, Godley around the left side, got a block, and he is in for the 2. 14-7, just like that. You may have to turn the lights back on in here.
How many seconds ran off the clock? Was it 20 seconds?
It was
just now?
maybe 20, and that's because he hesitated when he got the ball till the hole opened.
Goodness.
Once the hole opens, and the strange thing about that play, I'm going to try to describe it. Friendswood has a defender back,
right.
But there was also, he was engaged with the blocker, and Godley just kind of took his time, and the defender not even got within 5 yards of him, I don't believe.
No, he's patient, definitely behind the line, finds that hole, and then he takes off, that speed kicks in, and I don't know, man. That's pretty explosive.
Again, Davion Godley does come in to the game. He was second in district for yards, but he's got one less game than Andrews does for Magnolia, who we saw last week.
Right.
He has 815 yards in 5 games. He's averaging 11 yards a carry. Coach, I feel like his longest was 79, so he didn't quite do that. He comes in with 6 touchdowns. Now he's got 8.
11 yards a carry. Last time I checked, that's a first down every time.
Yes.
Correct me on my math if I'm wrong there.
I think still 10 yards for first. That hasn't changed
whiz.
in 100 years. Yeah, you're right.
Mm.
Well, for Friendswood, again, get the ball. Need to put together a positive drive. But if you can get some time off that clock as well, you don't want to see a shootout. I don't think.
Right.
I mean, we just hadn't been our MO. Ball's down to 25, return to 30, 35, 40. Is that Postma?
No, that looks like that skill number 18, I think.
Yes, that's got to be skill right there.
It is skill 18. He's the kind of the up back there and caught that there. It looks like Magnolia's going to pooch it and not actually get it back there to Winters. As Winters comes up and lays a lick to block there. That was a nice shot by Winters. Well, again, what we can do here is just eat up more clock. We don't have to be in a big hurry. Come back there, try to run the ball. O-line looked great that last series.
Yes.
Maybe tire their defense out a little bit, see what can happen. But I'm sure they're out down the field right now coming up with some formula to stop 25. I'm not sure what that formula is. I wouldn't know, but they're going to come up with something, I'm sure.
They can't call anybody else they play because no one else has stopped him this season either. Yeah. Winters on the handoff at the middle, makes a cut to the right side, gets about ends up with about a yard or so. It's not like he got a lot more than that, but just took a while having to dance around left to right to get some yardage on that. BB comes out of the boat. BB's still in the game. We're going to have doubles formation. Fake to Winters. Foster rolling to his left side. Overthrows. Who was he? 14
that
right
was
there.
14.
Goins.
Yep. It's going for Tyler Goins, yep.
And had to kind of rush that ball out a little bit as he was pressured. It's going to be now a 3rd down and 9 for the Mustangs. Ball is on their own 43-yard line. Mustangs moving left to right this evening in the first half. Little tight formation of BB in the backfield. Foster rolling to his right. Foster going to throw it up the field, and that is incomplete. And we have a flag. Should be a PI on Fulshear as Buffington was the intended target. Had a man kind of riding him tight like a backpack on that one, it looked like, and the officials saw it. We'll see if they're going to call a hold or the pass interference.
I'm just glad they're not waving it off. Last week we had so many flags that I feel like they just decided, you know what? Nah, that's not a penalty. They'd changed their mind. We were kind of dumbfounded last week, some of the officiating, but I don't want to be critical of the officials. It's a tough job. I wouldn't want to do it myself.
For sure.
Some of the times, though, I kind of, but that is going to be PI. It's going to give Mustangs an automatic first down.
Ball's now on the it's in Fulshear territory on the Charger 47-yard line. Ball's on the right hash, doubles formation for your Stangs. Winters offset to Foster's right side. Got to jump. Walker Winters outside, and he's caught from behind. Got about. Well, they're giving him 1 yard. I'm telling you right now, they are. Feel like he's just somehow getting more and just really having to stretch it out left or right instead of going downhill. And
surprised they didn't call offsides on that.
I am
it
too.
Looked like they had a jumper, didn't they?
That left end got in quick.
Yep.
Doubles again. Foster is going to. He's going to be brought down for
fumbles.
a loss, and the ball's on the turf, and the Chargers have recovered. Again, they come in leading the district in turnover differential, and there's another one right there. And that's a critical one right there. 5:12 left here in the first. Fulshear's up 14-7. They're going to get the ball right at midfield. They're actually going to be on their own 49-yard line. That's a tough break. Foster got hit from behind, coughed it up, and Fulshear is in prime territory.
Yeah, I think anywhere on the field's prime territory for them.
True.
It doesn't look like they need to be really anywhere. And it looks like it is, I think 25 is in the game, Mr. Godley.
Well, I think that's a good coaching decision.
I would agree.
Again, you got Broadway in at quarterback, Zane Smith in that blocking back on the left side. You got Godley back. Godley with the ball on the right side. There goes Godley,
no,
40, 30. No, that is not Godley, excuse me. That is Tate Stroop. Is that 6?
No, that's number 8.
So that was Patrick Broadway, the quarterback. Excuse me. I couldn't tell the difference, to be completely honest with you.
Well, they snapped it to somebody else and handed it off to him, and he ran it all the way down there.
Broadway looked very similar to Godley.
Just as fast. Man alive. Oh, goodness. That was one play and 6.
That's 2 series in a row where it's one and gone.
And of course, they're going for 2.
They're going to go for 2 again.
The quarterback now is number 2 in the game.
This is Deuce Barrington.
And he hands off to Godley, and he's got the extra.
So it is now 22 for Fulshear, 7 for Friendswood. Jacob, you get a first-hand view of that. There's some speed down there on the backfield.
I mean, don't blink and you'll miss the touchdown. Like y'all said, that's 2 plays, 2 touchdowns. Like Coach Fritz was saying, I don't know what the formula is to stop them, but they need to figure it out. They need to figure it out quick.
Wow, that's about as, that's as explosive as you'll see.
As explosive as it gets, and I mean, he was untouched the whole way to the end zone. Both number 25 Godley and their quarterback, I believe, number 8 on that play.
Yes, correct.
Completely untouched all the way to the end zone.
Well, again, I think Friendswood, we talked about earlier, Jacob, they got to get some ball control, but and run some clock, but you've got to come up with positive points every time, and obviously that turnover is huge.
Absolutely. I mean, like you just said, you see the effect of not coming away with points on a drive. 3 drives into the game, and we're already down 2 possessions. So.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Jacob. Again, that's Jacob Rich down the field for us with the perfect view, and unfortunately he's seen 2 big plays go against the Mustangs here, as that one was for 52 yards. The last one was 75.
Well, Kirk, they've rushed this year for 2,030 yards in 5 ball games.
Right. Yeah,
they're averaging 406 yards a game. Now, again, 2,000 yards is a season for some people.
Sure.
Is an individual running back season as a team in 5 games. That's incredible.
5:01 left here in the first quarter. Ball goes to 30. It'll be fair caught right there. And so Friends will get back on the field. I know no one was get back on the field more quickly than Brock Foster to make up for that last one. And that's a tough. It is his fumble. You get hit from behind. You've got to have that presence, but at the same time, it's tough right there.
Yeah, that is tough. And it's frustrating to get out there and get hit from behind. You don't see it coming like that. That's why those guards and tackles in the NFL get paid so much if you're the right guard on the blind side of the quarterback. Now, all Mustangs can do here is try to make, like you said, go back to the formula that helped them with the first quarter. And it seemed like just 2 seconds ago we were talking about being 7-6. Now here it is 22-7.
Absolutely. Again, thank you all so much for chatting us up this evening. See, my sister Jen Webster is on tonight. She was spotted a couple weeks ago. Walker Winters, left side. Coach, and by the way, when you got your sister spotting for you, I sounded pretty good that game.
I wish I could have heard more.
Well, it was one of the best.
I bet. It's because I wasn't there.
No,
Is that what you're
I'm
trying
not.
to say?
I'm not implying a thing.
Jennifer, please take up for me. Please take up. Your brother here. This guy.
Doubles formation for the Mustangs. Winters off to the right side, cuts back to the left, and it's got to be right there at the sticks, and it is a first down for the Mustangs. 4:29 here in the first quarter. Ball is on the 41 of the Mustangs. Nice run that time from Walker Winters. Walker Winters, he has got good yardage.
Yes, sir.
Every time he touches the ball, you need to keep feeding that one. Foster across the middle. Buffington slant, caught down to the 40-yard line. I like that route. Just nice and simple. Down to the 40, and here come the Mustangs. Chargers defense, because one thing could be a factor. They're just can they keep the pace up?
Yeah, that's going to be the real question here. I got a technical question for you here. As the first down yard markers have been passed, which gives us a first down, they set the ball down. When do they start the clock? On the setting of the ball or the resetting of the sticks?
No, it's the ball. The sticks just got to catch up.
They just got to catch up. Okay,
Yeah.
I was wondering because as soon as the ball would be first down, the little side judge here would wave his hands to start it, and the back judge winded that clock again, keeps it going. I don't know if he got paid by the minute or paid by the game. I wasn't sure what he was doing there, but
22-7.
yeah, appreciate you guys again chatting us up. And yes, Jennifer, Jacob is awesome. He is a good young man.
Yeah.
We appreciate him working with us each and every week. Glad you guys are checking it out and listening up. And it's going to be exciting scoring either way, right?
Boy, it really is.
Hopefully it's going to be on Friendswood side.
Yeah, this is one of those games where you just don't go to the fridge during the play. You got a quick minute to get something, get on back.
You better hurry. That's
You
exactly
might miss
right.
on either side of it for sure. Ball's on the 40-yard line of the Chargers. Twins right side, single receiver. Buffington up top to the left. Winters offset to Foster's right side. Chargers in a 4-3 alignment. Foster fakes the handoff. Needs to get a block. He got a man that is caught. That is Mickey, 30, first down, Mustangs.
That's a nice play, like kind of little seam route. Goes in there, turns around, catches it. Make sure he's past the yard marker there. Nice little catch by him.
Oh. They're going to bring this one back.
Yeah, that's a bummer. That's a hold on the Mustangs. And, they don't tell you who it is. And, they probably could call holding almost every play on the kid. But it's just an untimely penalty for the Mustangs. They're going to kick us back a few yards.
Right to the 50s. That's, of course, 10-yard penalty, 1st and 20. Now for the Mustangs. And, Coach, let's be honest, in a game like this, you cannot have those. You just can't.
No, we can't be penalizing ourselves and kicking us back. It's going to be too intense of a game, too much quick scoring, so we definitely have to take care of those penalties.
Doubles formation for the Mustangs. Ball's right at midfield. Walker Winters handoff. Gets maybe a yard is all he's going to get. So we'll bring up a second down and 19. 3:44 on the clock in the first quarter. Again, Mustangs have been able to drive the ball pretty well. Had the fumble last series, and then that big penalty right there has really been the biggest negatives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Doubles formation again. Foster backed up pass, and Foster is going to be brought down for a huge loss back to the 36-yard line. I'm not sure who got a block on anybody that time. It seemed like it was just to open the door that time. It was about 4 Chargers got in there, and they're going to say he was forward progress down at the 40.
Foster looks like he's holding that arm a little bit.
Yeah.
Holding that shoulder.
So it is now 3rd and 30.
23-51, as you like to say.
I know. I hate to say it, though, when his friends would. But
yeah.
3rd and 30. Handoff to Winters. Cuts back. It's about 4 or 5. And it's going to be a punting situation now for the Stangs. Boy, that's just disappointing because they were driving right there. Had the ball on the 40. Had got a first down to the 30. Had the holding penalty. Brought them back to the 50. The sack. And here we are now, 4th and about 27.
Yeah, 3 negatives in a row. This does not bode well for the offense.
And, Coach, I'm sure you and I are feeling just like a lot of these Finzer crowd right now is just don't want to see them touch the football.
Yeah, I thought we were looking good and just like, what happened?
Yeah. That ball is going to hit. Goes out of bounds. Maybe right inside the 25-yard line. We'll see where he starts. He's right at the 25-yard line. 2:09 left here in the first quarter, and the biggest thing now for the Mustangs is you've got to find a way to stop this rushing attack.
And part of it, too, is, I mean, we're looking at the formations. I'm serious. It looks like 75 Oklahoma team playing. Once you got basically, it looks like they have almost kind of a modified wishbone, right?
Yeah.
They're kind of lined up three. Don't know which way they're going sometimes. That is a unique look for high school football.
And they do come out in that same set. Now, let's see, Godley is back in there. Coach, we got a quarterback. Is that 2 in there? Quarterback
that is
right
2,
now?
yes, sir. 2 at quarterback.
Okay, that's Deuce Barrington at quarterback. Godley is in the backfield. Mustangs showing some pressure here. It'd be nice if they can get Godley in the backfield before it gets ahead of steam. Yep, we got a false start, I believe. And it is a false start on the Chargers. That'll push them back 5. And the Friendswood crowd right now is I guess, probably like we are, just a little bit stunned and a little bit nervous right now.
Right.
You know, the damage, the last 2 plays have been they've been plus 50-yard touchdown runs.
Right, exactly. More offense we've had the whole game on 2 plays.
Exactly. 1st and 15. Barrington still in at quarterback. Got a little movement, and, well, they do that well, don't they?
They sure do.
Godley, the lone back in the backfield. Quick pass that is caught and brought down immediately. That was number 15, Jake Cody. Looked like Rufino in on the tackle that time. And I guess you're trying to keep Friendswood honest. I don't think you're fooling anybody.
I don't think so either.
It's like, oh, hey, let's cover the pass more and forget about Godley. Nobody's forgetting about 25.
No, we're not going to forget about him for sure.
Twin formation, right side. Single receivers, Cody to the left. Barrington, hands off. Godley, right side. Slips out of 1, slips out of 2, and is tackled. Finally, believe that was that's Cuevas, number 53. After he gets about 15 on that, ball's now at the 35-yard line. And Coach, not only was he fast, he broke 2 tackles.
He did.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. He did. He sure did. He got a little shoestring tackle. You're not going to tackle that guy that little. You got to get him with his legs. Get somebody to come help you out.
1:12 and counting here in the first quarter. Chargers up 22-7 with their quick strike offense. And you just don't say quick strike typically with the formations they're running, but it is. Godley, left side. He's got a hole. Makes a move at the 40. Makes another move back inside the 45 and gets to the 48. And, hey, I'll tell you right now, that's a win for the Mustangs, Coach.
Right, that is a win. He didn't break that one all the way.
He just gets 13 yards.
Yeah. How many times, too, Kirk, have you seen a high school team go under center? Multiple. They haven't hardly done shotgun one time.
And a team that's doing that is putting up 49 a game. It's unheard of. It's definitely, I think the word we're looking for is an anomaly.
Yeah, it is an anomaly. There's no doubt about that.
Hope I use that right. Speaking of anomaly, you got a quad set wide, and you've got balls over the quarterback's head, and he recovered it. Goodness gracious. That's Broadway back there, snapped it over his head.
Well, maybe they'll get some negative plays and help us out a little bit.
You're going to have to get breaks like that against a team like this. Yeah, and I'm not sure what they were. I think that was just going to be a quarterback keeper. They had the quad set wide, and I don't think Broadway's going to do anything but keep him. We've seen Broadway take one already tonight. Yeah. So now they go back to their more –
and Godley comes back in.
Typical, yes. This is their 2-point conversion set. Got that T formation, and we'll see that after this quarter break is over. The first quarter is in the books. Your score is Fulshear 22, and your Mustangs 7 here at homecoming night at Henry Winston Stadium.
I'm interested to see the time of possession for Fulshear. It's maybe 3 minutes?
Yes.
Maybe 2 minutes?
This is the most plays they've run.
Right.
I mean, that's the reality of it right there.
No, absolutely.
And so you've got to feel the best you have all night for Friendswood's defense.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of a shame in a way, but we were excited when they held them to a 13-yard gain.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Yeah, and it looked good when it was getting 6-7, thinking, hey, we might have a chance here. Friendswood's got the lead. Then boom, boom, 2 plays later. it just gets blown open. It's crazy. That's, it can take the wind out of your sails as a defense.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You think you cover all the bases, you give just one little gap, give that kid one little step, and he is gone.
Jacob, can you and maybe start kind of looking for this? I'm trying to figure out if you can see anything on the offensive line. They're creating some good holes, it seems like. Fulcher.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're exactly right. You could drive trucks through the holes that they're making for them. And their line, there's some big boys out there, too. There's no doubt about that.
That never hurts, does it?
Not at all. But I think that's the biggest key to these big, one-play scores is, I mean, I want to see what Godley sees. I mean, I'm sure he sees nothing but green grass every time this line blocks for him.
Well, and like we were just saying, too, he's also now shown he can take a hit and keep going, too.
Absolutely. He's got some power as well as speed.
Yeah, I know. Bad combination for us. Thank you, Jacob. Godley in the backfield all alone. Got a tight bunch on the left side here. Fakes to Godley. That's Barrington on the keeper. That's a little pitch out and caught. The big fella, Zane Smith, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And I don't know what else to say, but he's a big fella.
He's a big dude. He's got the golden locks. I'm not sure if he's a WWE wrestler or an 80s hairband, one of the two in it there, but that dude is a good little football player, isn't he?
You kind of remind me of a Viking just getting off the boat.
Oh, yeah.
Just coming on land and fixing to do some pillaging. Can I say that? That's right. I mean, that's what I saw right there.
Getting off the boat.
He's just coming in there, and I'm here to pillage.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
That dude, he can block. My goodness.
39. Handoff on the left side that's the quarterback, Broadway. In there is tailback, and he's running hard, but he's going to be about 4 yards short of the first. And that will bring up 4th down and 5, and I'll be stunned if I see a punter.
Oh, yeah, I think we'll be both falling out of our chairs. I know it's midfield, but when you got a lead like this and you definitely have the ability to score that quickly, I wouldn't punt it either.
And, yeah, you've got Godley back there. So, Barrington under center. You got well, they're going to call a timeout. Fulcher is. Fulcher's going to call that timeout. They were lined up again in just that one-back set with Godley. A little tight bunch on the left side. See what Friendswood dials up here. Friendswood really has kind of had about 10 in the box, Coach, for most of the game.
You blame him?
No, absolutely not. And that's what's concerning is that you've had 10 in the box, and Godley's still running wild.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. And you look here at the stats we've been kind of handed over. Again, huge shout out for our wonderful spotting boards by Mr. John Merritt.
Absolutely. I think Mr. Merritt, if he's not already there, is on the way to see a pretty big game tomorrow up in Dallas.
But Tennessee doesn't play tomorrow.
Back to live action here.
You said a big game.
Back to live action here.
Tennessee doesn't play tomorrow. There's no other game on. Tennessee,
when you were gone, we still got a Tennessee reference.
Oh, did you?
Jacob did.
Yes.
He gave a shout out to the whole state of Tennessee.
That's
just
my
for you.
guy right there.
Just for you.
Thank you.
4th and 5. Here we go. Zane Smith back in at fullback. It's going to be a pass. It is caught, and it is going to go for – no, he's tripped up.
Ruffino tripped him up.
Tell me you're not going to spot the ball at the 6 when he was tripped up at the 11. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I was about to come out of the box. So everybody's they 10 in the box, and all of a sudden they come out and go, we'll just throw it one-on-one. Made a move. Off you went. It's now 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
It was actually a nice play. I don't think anybody in the whole stadium expected that.
No. Especially when you had Zane Smith in there to block.
Oh, yeah, that dude can block. He didn't even put his mouth guard in half the time. That guy is tough.
Back in their T formation now. Hand off to the big fella. Zane Smith rumbling and stumbling.
Gosh, he is steamrolling people.
He really is.
That dude, oh, my goodness.
He looks for contact.
Oh, yeah, he is definitely not shying away. I mean, after all, he's a Viking.
Now, that's what the Vikings did, Coach.
Gee whiz.
9:37 left here in the first half. Chargers up 22-7, the longest drive of the game for sure for them. And this is going to maybe balance out the time of possession, Coach, you were talking about a little earlier.
Yep.
Handoff up the middle, and that is a touchdown. It's a new back, number 45, Caleb Augustus, another running back. And it is now 28-7, Fulsher in control. 9 minutes left here in the first half, and Fulsher will line up for 2. And that new back, we haven't seen him all game.
No.
Good-sized young man.
Oh, yeah, he is. He is a good-sized kid.
He gets the ball again, and he goes in. Yep, he does. He gets it for 2. That's Caleb Augustus. Caleb scores the 6. Caleb scores the 2.
Yeah, and he's just a junior. Maybe they're grooming him to be the next guy to hold over here. As we look at some of these running backs here, you got Davion Galley. We talked about him several times. He's 5'9", 185, runs a 4.5. He looks faster than that, if you ask me. And you got Zane Smith. We mentioned him, 5'9", 223. That's what I weigh, but I'm almost 6'2".
Yeah, no. And I feel like he's more than 223.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. And he runs a 4.7. I run more like a 7.4. But I've got the knees of an 80-year-old man, so that's probably my excuse. Yeah, so definitely have some guys here. We mentioned Broadway. There's definitely guys. Rashad Smith. Yeah. There's all these guys on this team. They've got lots of talent. Now, looking at Friendswood, though, Garrett Mickey, Buffington, Winters, Foster. We've got guys, and I know Jackson Lee's hurt. Some other guys having to step up. You got Tyler Goins in the game, trying to get in there and get a few minutes there since we got Jackson's hurt. So there's a way for those guys to get the ball as well. We just got to take care of the ball and not shoot ourselves in the foot as we've done several times in the last series, as we mentioned.
Because I feel like, Fulsher has 3 buses. They have the offense, the defense. They have a bus just for the running backs that come over here tonight because they have a bevy of running backs.
Yes, they sure do have a bevy. They can just kind of decide who they're going to pick. And the crowd for Fulsher's kind of picked up a little bit better as they still pooch kick it there.
Down to the 23-yard line, going to be returned to the 25. Trying to get outside his skill. Going to make it to the 30. He'll be brought down for Friendswood. We'll start this drive. See if I can get a quick update on – there is one other big game tonight in district, and that's the Magnolia versus Magnolia West battle, the battle of crosstown rivals. And right now –
the Battle of the Flowers? No?
I don't know.
Magnolia's a tree. Is it a flower or a tree, or is it both?
I don't know. I don't even know how corn comes bushels or barrels. So in the Battle of Magnolia right now is Magnolia 21, Mag West 0.
Interesting.
Mag West not lost the district ball game.
Right.
Foster won last night, 55-18 over Kempner, and Terry is on top of Angleton right now, 7-0. Foster with the ball, trying to run. He's going to go nowhere. He's going to be brought down for, looks like a loss of, no, they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, but there is a flag on the play.
Probably in the location of holding.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No, we have a face mask on Fulsher.
We'll take it.
A much-needed personal foul.
We'll take it. Taking one for the team. Whoever got their head ripped off, we'll take one for the team on that.
15-yard gain now to the 45-yard line. Again, a lot of time left here in this first half because Fulsher just scores quickly. Again, that last drive, that had to seem like an eternity for Fulsher as they drove down the field. Foster fakes the handoff. That is going to be looking for a little screen to a BB in a lot of traffic. Ball almost got picked off. It's incomplete.
It looked like Brock had to change his arm angle a little bit there, try to get that slide through there. He got smacked down.
Yeah, that was risky right there for sure. Second down and 10 now for the Mustangs. Twin formation right side. Buffington all alone on the right. Got a man across the middle. That is Mickey, and it is dropped.
That was a nice bullet pass there by Brock Foster. He had in there. Mickey's usually doesn't. The sure-handed Mickey usually doesn't drop that one. He's mad at himself, I'm sure, for that one.
Oh, for sure, yeah, because he had some running room right there,
he
too.
Did.
Just run a little deep slant. And
yep.
Unfortunately, now it's 3rd and 10.
And he's got some speed, and he's talented. He could have taken that baby to the house.
3rd and 10. Foster back to pass. Rolling to his left side. He's going to have to keep this one. Makes a move. Brock does. 50, 45, 40. 35 into the 30-yard line goes Brock Foster. Nice move at the 50. Then puts his head down and does Foster things to that young man. Nice job by Brock Foster.
Oh, yeah. Tiptoeing that sideline, nimble to be a 6'4" kid like that. Nice run by Brock Foster.
1st and 10 Mustangs. Balls on the Charger 31-yard line. Foster, a little end around to Mickey. 30 down to the 26-yard, about a 5-yard gain. That was a slow developing end around, but still gets 5 out of it.
Yeah, we'll take that. To be honest, I thought he didn't hand it off to him. I was kind of confused real quick.
It was a good fake.
It was a good fake. Yeah, it was a good fake.
Appreciate everyone listening in this evening here on YouTube. Always love y'all to tune in this evening. It should be a good one tonight. We just got to find a way to get on the board right now and make this thing a little tighter. Foster,
got a man.
Pass across the middle, caught.
Yes.
Inside the red zone at the 13-yard line, and that is Garrett Mickey.
There it is.
Well, that's the one he wanted earlier.
Yep.
He gets that one earlier. He is probably gone because there was just a lot of cushion. This time, great catch in coverage, but makes the catch.
Oh, yeah, that was a good throw by Foster. Got it right there in there to him. There's Mustangs here sitting on the 13-yard line here at 7:50 to go in this quarter. So this will be a big score. I'm not saying it's going to come us back. We're going to win, but just for morale, just for keeping us going, is a big score.
Got to be smart now. No penalties down here, and definitely 4-down territory. Twin formations. Oh, now we're going to have Walker Winters out. Foster scrambling to his left side. He's going to be brought down for a loss. And the ball was.
Please go out of bounds.
The ball was fumbled, but I don't see a signal, so they're going to say he did fumble that out of bounds.
Okay.
Whew, that is close. Jacob, you're right there. Did you see anything on that?
I mean, it was. That was crazy. The ball was fumbled, and it looked like it was going to just kind of roll out of bounds, and it just sat there. Unfortunately, the Fulshear defender was already halfway out of bounds when he picked it up, because that could have been a very, very fluky play.
Thank you, Jacob. 2nd and 13 now for the Mustangs. Little movement up front. No snap, though, so they get set. Twin formations right side. Buffington, one-on-one. We're going to have a safety over the top, looks like. They're going to Buffington up top. It is one-on-one, and it is caught! Adam Buffington for the score. Boy, he climbed the ladder on that one.
Yeah, that is just go up and get that one. That's a good job by Adam Buffington, just athlete versus athlete, getting up there and getting that one. Very, very nice.
30 for Fulshear, 13 for your Mustangs. Extra point from Reagan Rudolph. And, I mean, every score is much needed, but that one was much needed.
Yeah, just for morale. Get this crowd kind of back into it. It is a packed house in blue and white here. As the band and the Wranglerettes and everyone, the cheerleaders, my daughter down there running as she goes and scores. She's running there with the blue crew, and it's going to be something that the crowd needs to get and help these Mustang offense and defense kind of liven up there. So I'm proud of those guys. Way to stick to it. You know, you could easily fold, right, Kirk? You could easily say, we're going to get smoked, don't worry about it. But you got to definitely show up each and every play. And they did a great job right there. Proud of them. Nice job.
30-14 now is the score. Jacob, how about that catch by Buffington? You were right there. I thought you might catch that one.
Oh, man, beautiful catch. But I don't know if y'all saw, the ball was well in the air before Buffington had even set foot in the end zone. I mean, so before the ball was even snapped, Brock Foster knew exactly where the ball was going.
Yeah.
Beautiful throw, and like I believe Coach Fritz said, I mean, Buffington just climbed the ladder and then some to make an even better catch right there.
Yeah, because there was good coverage.
It was great coverage. I mean, they were riding side saddle, it looked like, but Buffington just went. Buffington just went up and grabbed it.
There we go. Thank you, Jacob. That's the first side saddle reference, and maybe the last.
We've had Vikings. Jacob. We've had side saddle. We're not sure what part of history we're in, but we're here.
Barrels of corn. It's been a fun night tonight here in Henry Winston.
Bushels of eggs.
Absolutely.
Things like that.
A baby's kick is going to go down, down to the 15-yard line where it's caught. And maybe not a best decision right there as he runs out of bounds, trying to make that catch for really no reason. And so Fulshear will start the drive at their own 15. But, I'm a realist. I don't know if it matters where they start.
It might just give them more yards for their stats.
I mean, for real, you've got – Friends was defense last time. It seemed like they found a better way. But Fulshear still finds a way to get in the end zone. But I'll take that longer drive because the longer that drive is, the more time it takes, the better chance you have for Fulshear to make a mistake.
Yeah, and again, we talked earlier about some turnovers. Maybe they get a turnover. Maybe the Mustangs force a fumble, get a pick. We mentioned so many times that we're looking for that pick six, from Landon.
Here we go, another quad set to the left. I mean, they are wide. It's going to be a handoff, keeper by the quarterback. Nowhere to go.
Sindler's in there. Caleb Allen, 49. Marcus Quintero's in there. Yeah, lots of caps on that. The Mustangs read that one and we're not going to be fooled.
Well, I got to feel like they're setting that one up because they will eventually throw that one out there.
Sometimes, we mentioned that last week. Sometimes the play you run right now sets up the play you're going to run a little bit later.
For sure. They're not running that quad set just for grins.
Yeah,
right
just
there.
for kicks and giggles.
So 2nd down and 9 now for the Chargers. 6:47 left here in the first half. 30 for Fulshear, 14 for your Mustangs. Handoff this time. He's bottled up and brought down for a loss. It's going to be back to the original line of scrimmage.
Again, you got number 18, Skill, in there. You got number 45, Caleb Goins in there. Again, 20 is in there. Quintero.
And what I'm seeing, too, is for Fulshear is they have that's Broadway running the football.
It is.
The quarterback, and Barrington's in the quarterback. So you leave Godley out. But
they still got Zane Smith in there.
They got Zane Smith. They got Barrington at quarterback. Broadway is the tailback right now. So no Godley, and that's just fine with me. 3rd and 10. Barrington, fake, got a man wide open, caught at the 40, the 30, and he is going to run out of bounds at the 26-yard line. That was number 88, Marcus Carter, the tight end, just got behind the defender, caught him napping. And that's all she wrote.
Yeah, Mason Cinder, number 7, finally caught up to him and pushed him out of bounds. And there is a sight for sore eyes. My son, Garrison Fritz, who will be 20 years old on Sunday.
That's nice.
Has shown up home from college for the first time. He never comes home, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with.
1st and 10 for the Chargers now. Ball's in Mustang territory, the 26. Broadway on the run, gets about a yard, maybe 2. And Coach, I don't know, and again, I'm not arguing why Godley's not in the game right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused. Maybe they think they got a lead. Why? They got more games to play. I don't know why. I'm not sitting anybody out until now this game is fully in hand, and no game is in hand 5 minutes going in the second quarter.
No. So Broadway is the tailback. Barrington is the quarterback.
Because I see Godley on the sideline, just hands on his hips.
Yeah, he's fine. Broadway on the run, and he is going to get hit. Who got him first? I couldn't see who's down there. It looked like Postma was maybe first. Postma with the ankle biting, and then you got about 3 or 4 other Steins get in there as well.
Colton was our defensive player of the week last week. I think he had 3 solos, 1 sack. He was in on a bunch of plays last year, and we mentioned before how he's turned from receiver into this linebacker position. They're doing a great job this year.
Well, Coach, hold your breath. 3rd and 9, Godley in the ball game. Broadway out, Barrington a quarterback, Godley the lone back. And it will be Godley on the run to the right side. He's hit and brought down. Nice job. See who got in there first. Looked like 56 that time.
Is that Caleb Rouse?
That is Rouse was the first to hit him. Great job. And it is 4th and 9. And again, it's just going to everything's 4-down territory for the Chargers.
They're not going to try to field goal or punt this. And it's interesting to see when Godley's in the game, he was 7 yards back.
Yes.
In the backfield before they even. Now he's set up as a wide. He's out on the top side of wide receiver.
I mean, just a quick screen out there to him. Mm-hmm. We'll see what they're going to do. They're going to have all receivers. It's a quad set now. Godley is going to go in motion to the right. Now he's coming back. A little end around to Godley. Oh, my gosh. He is going to get in the end zone just because he thought he was going to run out of bounds right there, and all of a sudden he straightens it out. We miss him. Godley on 4th and 9 goes 25 for the score.
And all he had to do was basically make one guy miss, which on the outside, that's crazy. If you weren't seeing this live, you probably wouldn't believe we're saying this. This is not a video game, by the way.
No, and that's video game moves there for sure.
It is. I thought, like you said, it's going out of bounds. He just put that foot in the ground, turned it upfield, boom, 6. That simple.
And the thing, too, they're going to go for 2, of course, and don't think they're going to get that one, and they don't. It's going to be a little short, but Coach Godley just needed to get the 9, but his attitude is, let's just get the score.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Why stop here? Wow.
So the score is still, now 36 for Fulshear, 14 for your Mustangs, 3:30 left here in the first half, and I mean, I would say it's the Davion Godley show, but they've had a lot of other weapons too.
Oh, they have. They've had several guys score for them. Number 8, Broadway, and number 45, Augustus. So it definitely hadn't been. I'm sure he's going to have his yards. We'll see those stats from Coach McKill here at halftime. But my goodness gracious, it's just one of those things where Which head do you chop off, right? Which person do you stop? Once you stop one, it seems like the next guy's ready to man up and go. So, it's, right?
Oh, for sure. Well, 3:30 left here. Mustangs have plenty of time. Go down and get a score again. The Mustangs offense is known to be quick.
Yes, sir.
Let's get some down, at least get some points on the board. Friendswood will get the ball in the second half, so a score here, get the ball back, will be just fine. But now, the magic would be, can you score and leave no time on the clock? Because you really don't want to give Fulshear even one more play right now.
No. Ideally, we'd score here and make it 21-36 going into halftime, get the ball, score again.
Yeah,
right.
Got yourself a ball game right there.
Going to make that 28-36. Now we're ready to roll.
I mean, look back at last week. Friends was in a hole.
Yep.
Made a game of it.
Yep.
Magnolia then didn't fold and then came back and got the win. So
Mustang was up 22-19, I believe, and then end up getting a few points left out. Another pooch kick there is going to be at the up back.
25-30.
Oh, still on his feet.
He slipped down right there. That was Landon Davis that time on the return. Trying to make something out of about nothing right there. It's tough.
Oh, yeah. He's had a great season, though. Landon's really had a good year. We've said his name a ton of times, and he's done really, really well.
So 3:21 left here in the first half. Your Mustangs with the ball on their own 29-yard line. We'll see what they do, if they can find a way again just to come down and get some points here before this first half is over. Try to make the score a little bit closer, a little more respectable going into the halftime festivities here on homecoming evening here from Henry Winston. Foster calls it out. Fakes the ball to Winters. Foster's on a keeper on the right side. He's going to get about a 2, maybe 3-yard loss on that, as there was nowhere to go for Brock Foster that time.
Yeah, Jacob and I noticed, he can speak to this more last week, though. We thought that they were giving a lot of cushion on Buffington, which we thought was kind of a surprise. I look now, it seems like the other receivers are getting the cushion. It looks like they're playing a little press on Buffington.
They sure are. Second down now, 14. Foster back to pass. Foster scrambling for his life, and that ball is caught right back to the original line of scrimmage.
Looks like that's 14 Tyler Goins.
It is Goins again, yeah.
Complete to. Again, press into action since Jackson Lee is out, but Tyler's done a good job here blocking and getting out there.
Third down and 10 now for the Mustangs. Doubles formation. Foster going to keeper. Got some room. He's going to be brought down. He gets about 2. Had a little hole. That thing went quickly, and it's going to be a quick turnover now. It's fourth down, as we will have Butler coming in to kick the ball to this potent offense of the Chargers. Yeah. They're going to get the ball back with about a minute and a half left.
Yeah, didn't even take hardly a minute off the clock right there. Not the ideal situation for the Mustangs.
Real quick update, Magnolia on top of Mag West, 28-7. 2 minutes left in that first half. Terry and Angleton now knotted at 7 at the half. Butler done a good job here. This ball is high and short. And it takes a Charger bounce. And it's going to be down at the 38-yard line. Unfortunately, that bounce is going to turn that into a net of about 9 yards on that punt. That was a brutal bounce, unfortunately, on that turf.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That bounce that way. It definitely wasn't going the Mustangs' way.
So ball's on the 39. Friendswood, Fulshear, 144 left here in the first half. Godley back in the game. Ball's on the right hash. Friendswood just packing. I mean, everybody's in the box. You got no receivers right now for Fulshear. Everyone's in tight. A little end around this time to the left side is going to be, they're going to get about 6 or 7 on this.
He's still on his feet.
He's still on his feet. They're going to get a first down. That was number 6 that time, Tate Struble, the receiver, just a little end around. Got hit about 2 or 3 times and then kept on driving his feet. That ball's now on the 29-yard line of Friendswood. Clock rolling, 1:25. Fulshear not worried about the clock right now. They're in prime position to try to put a 40 on the board before this first half is over. Fakes to Godley. Barrington trying to pass, and he is tripped up and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 10 now for the Chargers. And looks like Fulshear will now burn I believe that's their second.
Yeah, I think so. The timeouts are actually not on the scoreboard, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's either not working or
Definitely their second.
Yeah, they haven't used all three of them. While we got this quick break, looking at the standings there, if Magnolia end up, and this is, I know it's only halftime, but if Magnolia ends up beating West, that's going to put Fulshear at the if the game finishes like that, Fulshear wins here, that's going to put Fulshear at the very top of the district leading, and that'll be a little kink in the system there, what that does for the rest of the season, because everybody's got to play everybody else. Friendswood's had a tough gauntlet here with the teams we've had to play. Unfortunately, lost to Manville. Hopefully, should have won that game, but did not. But still got Terry, still got Angleton, still got some games that are winnable for the Mustangs. You never know. You just got to worry about trying to finish 1-0 on a Saturday. We mentioned that many, many times, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, and again, any team, any night right now, Terry and Angleton tied at halftime. Who would have thought that?
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of Terry, we're playing Terry next week on the road, but not in Rosenberg.
Right.
We will be in Waller.
Waller.
The old Waller ISD Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you think that doesn't add up, it doesn't. And what's going to be on a Thursday night, now it's on a Friday. So there you go. Friday the 13th, by the way.
Yeah, the game was actually officially slated for the Terry. It was called their school stadium, and it's just not worthy of having a high school game there. I'm sorry.
No, that's
so they had to move it.
That's correct. 59 seconds left here in the first half. Chargers, Barrington, back to pass. Got a man, overthrows. Oh, don't get a late hit. No, goodness. Okay, everything's good right there. And it will now be a 3rd and 10. And I just feel like, for Fulshear, they're just saying, we'll just do what we can do, and then if we just have any plays left, we'll just give it to Godley. I mean, that's just seems like their plan so far.
Yeah, they don't want to waste all the clock, or they don't want to use the clock too early, so they're kind of wasting a few minutes. Let's give somebody else a chance for the heck of it.
Right.
And then we're going to give it to Godley.
Twin receivers right side. Godley is the lone back. Zane Smith on the left side. Now he's going to move to his right. He'll be right out there on a wing. Back to pass. Oh, they're going to set up a screen to Godley. Caught 30, 25.
Oh, he's still
on his feet. 20.
Are you kidding?
15, 10, and he is out of bounds. My gosh. I mean, just the moves he makes.
Is somebody upstairs with a joystick, like controlling
exactly
that guy?
What that was.
That's crazy.
That's exactly what that was.
Golly.
1st and goal now from the 10. 33 seconds on the clock. Godley is out. Broadway in a tailback. Barrington with the pass.
Oh, and it's tipped.
Oh, no, it almost intercepted. It was not. It was tipped to the line of scrimmage. What was that?
I thought that was a quick chance.
Was that Davis? I think that's Landon.
It is. Yeah, it would have been. I thought Landon might have picked that off. That would have been sweet.
Unfortunately, it is just 2nd and 10 now. 22 on the clock. Left here in the first half. Chargers up 36-14. Looking for one more score before this first half is over. And Broadway still in at tailback. Pass up, and it is incomplete. Out of bounds. Try to do a little toe touch right there.
The side judge actually looked at the other guy. I was like, help me out with that. Help me out.
Well, it was close. He had some separation, but it was incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10.
They might throw the challenge flag if that was an option in
high
school football.
Absolutely. I don't know if that pylon can would have picked it up or not, Coach. I don't know if Friends would pay the bill for that one.
Yeah.
Twin formations right side, single receiver left. Barrington back to pass again. Got a man. That is overthrown again.
He was open, though, wasn't he?
He was open. Intended target was Struble. That is a 4th and 10. And what are they going to bring in here? Will they bring in a kicking team?
Are they going to kick? This is something. What is this, UFO?
What? Oh, my goodness. They did bring a kicker.
He did make the roster.
Yeah.
Could be a 3rd-string running back for all we know.
He's going to be a 20.
And he's a lefty.
Yeah, of course. 27-yard attempt. He's got the left
laces
hash.
out, Finkel.
Oh, that's a boom. That's a boot. That is good. The score is now Fulshear 39, your Mustangs 14.
He's probably going back saying, see, Coach, let me kick a few. He's an unused weapon.
Somebody just woke his parents up, so he's in the game.
They didn't even come.
They
They didn't drive. They didn't make the drive. Son, you're not going to get a kick. Why would I show up to
That's
watch
true.
this stuff?
Hope they'll listen to MCS Sports. And we heard his name. I didn't call his name. But
Number 14, Coy Tollefson.
Tollefson, that's another Viking name. Tollefson.
Could be Swedish.
Thank you. Oh, gosh.
Just saying.
39-14 is what we're saying. Unfortunately, right now, for the Mustangs are down to the Fulshear Chargers, and it is not gone the way the Friendswood fans would like to see it. Unfortunately,
Yes.
Coach Johnson's giving the official a little earful right there. I'm not sure what he's upset about. The best news, Coach, of that drive was they did not get in the end zone.
Yeah, didn't get the 6. Holding with 3 is, I hate to call it a win, but that's good for the Mustangs that they held them there on that.
For sure. But we'll see if we can air at halftime right before he goes in. We'll see if Jacob can get Coach Johnson and maybe get a word or two. And I know he's got a lot in his mind right now with this going not the way that you had planned it. Friends will get one more chance here, and got to imagine they'll just run this clock out and going to go down, get to the 18, 20, 23-yard line is all we're going to get. Looks like Skeel again. He's kind of been the guy on these. Was that Davis?
Oh, no, that is Landon Davis.
That is Landon right there, yeah. So 5 seconds on the clock. I think Friends will just take this one and go to halftime. Again, Friends will get the ball. Coach Johnson still giving the officials an earful. Again, appreciate everyone listening in this evening. We'll take a break here at the halftime for all the homecoming festivities, and then we will be back. 5 seconds on the clock here. Foster, handoff, Winters, left side, trying to cut, puts his head down, and that will do it. Got about 5 yards. So your halftime score here from Henry Winston is 39 for Fulshear, Friendswood with 14. We're going to go down the field real quick to Jacob, see if you can catch Coach Johnson. Jacob, we'll see if he wants to stop and talk or not.
I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't, but I'm going to keep my fingers crossed.
Yeah, you got him in your sights, Jacob?
Let's see.
He's on the 35 coming towards you, but yeah.
He's on the 30, the 29, the 28.
We'll see.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's too interested.
No, I don't blame him right now. It's fine. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and go start our halftime show. Jacob, we'll talk to you soon. We're going to hear some words from Coach Johnson that he and I talked yesterday, and then we'll be back here after the halftime festivities.
And it looks like they are going to have a halftime show.
There you go, 39-14, and we'll watch this, and we'll tell you all about it. We come back in 27 minutes. Thank y'all for listening here on MCS Sports. Welcome back to the MCS Sports pregame show. Right now we're joined as always by your head coach of the Friendswood Mustangs, Coach Jordan Johnson. Coach, kind of a crazy game last week. I know it didn't have the result you're looking for, but yeah, I think you can definitely take some positives out of that as well. But again, I know you'd always rather come back home with a win.
Yeah, definitely some positives to take. I would say number one would just be we haven't spent a lot of time trailing this year. If you go back and you break it down quarter by quarter, were we leading or not, there were way more quarters that we're leading this year than playing from behind. So I think that one thing that we were able to learn and kind of be tested as a program was game all the way up until
And welcome back to the MCS Sports pregame show. Right now we're joined as always by your head coach of the Friendswood Mustangs, Coach Jordan Johnson. And Coach, kind of a crazy game last week. I know it didn't have the result you're looking for, but yeah, I think you can definitely take some positives out of that as well. But again, I know you'd always rather come back home with a win.
Yeah, definitely some positives to take. I would say number one would just be we haven't spent a lot of time trailing this year. You know, if you go back and you break it down quarter by quarter, not there were way more quarters that we're leading this year than playing from behind. So I think that one thing that we were able to.
And welcome back to the MCS Sports pregame show. Right now, we're joined as always by your head coach of the Friendswood Mustangs, Coach Jordan Johnson. And Coach, kind of a crazy game last week. I know it didn't have the result you're looking for, but yeah, I think you can definitely take some positives out of that as well. But again, I know you'd always rather come back home with a win.
Yeah, definitely some positives to take. I would say number one would just be we haven't spent a lot of time trailing this year. You know, if you go back and you break it down quarter by quarter, whether were we leading or not, there were way more quarters that we're leading this year than playing from behind. So I think that one thing that we were able to learn and kind of be tested as a program was we trailed for in that game all the way up until the fourth quarter where we took the lead 22-19. Now it's a matter of continuing to capitalize on opportunities once you.
And welcome back to the MCS Sports pregame show. Right now, we're joined as always by your head coach of the Friendswood Mustangs, Coach Jordan Johnson. And Coach, kind of a crazy game. And welcome back to the MCS Sports pregame show. Right now, we're joined as always by your head coach of the Friendswood Mustangs, Coach Jordan Johnson. And Coach, kind of a crazy game last week. I know it didn't have the result you're looking for, but yeah, I think you can definitely take some positives out of that as well. But again, I know you'd always rather come back home with a win.
Yeah, definitely some positives to take. I would say number one would just be we haven't spent a lot of time trailing this year. You know, if you go back and you break it down quarter by quarter, whether were we leading or not, there were way more quarters that we're leading this year than playing from behind. So I think that one thing that we were able to learn and kind of be tested as a program was we trailed for in that game all the way up until the fourth quarter where we took the lead 22-19. Now it's a matter of continuing to capitalize on opportunities once you do go in front, but I did think that our guys did a great job battling the entire game and actually going up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and especially against obviously a quality opponent. I know there was their homecoming game last week. You know, a lot going on, and again, just a good squad who's had a great record this season. And so to do that against a team like that, I know you can take a lot out of that. Magnolia's strength last week was seemed like running the ball, and you guys have another team coming in this Friday night that loves to run the ball as well.
They definitely do. This will be a physical football game. The Magnolia game was a physical game. I think that one thing that we bring to the table defensively when you're talking about a team that favors the run is that our guys are willing to be physical. We have guys that play in the third level that are willing to fit and put the ball down quickly. So those are all things that we do defensively that I think if you're a run-heavy team certainly makes you earn every yard that you're going to gain throughout the night.
Yeah, just looking at stats, Fulcher comes in, one of the biggest disparities I've ever seen, rushing the ball over 2,000 yards a game, passing 500. I mean, that's, you always have 60-40 or maybe 70-30, but this is more like 90-10. They're not, there's no secret of what they're going to do. But the other thing that stands out to me, and I want to get your thought on it, is not only they rush the ball well, they're putting points on the board. A team like that can finish drives, yeah, that's a tough opponent right there.
Yeah, I think it's a testament to they're good at what they do, and they have a plan, and they're good at going out and executing their plan. Their kids know the plan. Their scheme is certainly tough to stop, but when you have a team that's that lopsided, whether it's throwing the ball or running the ball, there's some opportunity there to try and make them do things differently than they're used to. So us on defense, our goal would be to make them feel uncomfortable doing the things that they plan to do.
Sure. Well, of course, you've got a couple of good weapons right there. You've got the leading passer in the district, leading receiver in the district. But I also know that, when you have a team that like Fulcher that comes in and put a lot of points on the board, it's also time of possession, is probably going to be key for you guys as well this week.
Yeah, and I think that offensively, it's time of possession will also be dependent on are we moving the chains or not. We know that they like to run the ball. We know that they've won the time of possession throughout the course of the year, but for us offensively, that looks like, as fast as we do play, that looks like moving the chains. That looks like establishing a consistent run game for 4 quarters, and that'll take care of a lot of it.
Sure. And Coach, the last thing is, of course, this is homecoming week. It's always a big game in Friendswood. You know, you got the parade Thursday night, always a good crowd, and there's all the festivities. Does any of that seep into the players, you think, or into the locker room, or is it, hey, it's football first?
Yeah, I think in this community, all of it seeps in to the locker room, to the players, and I think that's by design. I think it should feel different for the players. I think it should feel special, and in no way, shape, or form will it impact the way that we prepare or play the game. But I think it's definitely an opportunity for our kids to realize what type of community they live in, to be surrounded by people that care about the same things they do, and that's Friendswood, and that's football, and that's each other. So, yeah, it definitely feels different, but I think that's by design, and that's a good thing.
Oh, no, absolutely. I think that's the beauty of this Thursday night parade is when the players see the crowd, but they're focused on the game, but to see them on a Thursday night and see the players with the helmets off and see people lined up on the street where they could have a million other things to do. Yeah, I think that support is definitely a huge positive. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing that carry over this evening, Coach. It's a log jam in this district right now. Got 4 games left. The beauty of this is that it seems like on any night any team can win, and Fulshear hasn't had that test yet, and I think you guys can give it to them tonight.
Yeah, we're really excited, and I don't think there's anywhere else you would rather be as a competitor than in a lot of ways to control your own destiny. And in this district, being 500, that still means that we're controlling our own destiny. As long as we go out and take care of business, we should like where we are. And yeah, that definitely starts with Fulshear. So we're excited for the opportunity.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, good luck to you guys, Steve.
Thank you.
And that's Coach Jordan Johnson of your Friendswood Mustangs. We'll be right back here on the MCS Sports Pregame Show. And welcome back to the MCS Sports Pregame Show. Right now we're joined, as always, by your head coach of the Friendswood Mustangs, Coach Jordan Johnson. And Coach, kind of a crazy game last week. I know it didn't have the result you were looking for, but yeah, I think you can definitely take some positives out of that as well. But again, I know you'd always rather come back home with a win.
Yeah, definitely some positives to take. I would say number one would just be we haven't spent a lot of time trailing this year. If you go back and you break it down quarter by quarter, whether were we leading or not, there were way more quarters that we're leading this year than playing from behind. So I think that one thing that we were able to learn and kind of be tested as a program was we trailed in that game all the way up until the fourth quarter where we took the lead 22-19. Now, it's a matter of continuing to capitalize on opportunities once you do go in front. But I did think that our guys did a great job battling the entire game and actually going up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and especially against obviously a quality opponent. I know there was their homecoming game last week. A lot going on, and again, just a good squad who's had a great record this season. And so to do that against a team like that, I know you can take a lot out of that. Magnolia's strength last week was seemed like running the ball, and you guys have another team coming in this Friday night that loves to run the ball as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. This will be a physical football game. The Magnolia game was a physical game. I think that one thing that we bring to the table defensively, when you're talking about a team that favors the run, is that our guys are willing to be physical. We have guys that play in the third level that are willing to fit and put the ball down quickly. So those are all things that we do defensively that I think if you're a run heavy team certainly makes you earn every yard that you're going to gain throughout the night.
Yeah, just looking at stats, Fulcher comes in. One of the biggest disparities I've ever seen, rushing the ball over 2,000 yards a game, passing 500. I mean, that's, you always have 60-40 or maybe 70-30, but this is more like 90-10. They're not, there's no secret of what they're going to do. But the other thing that stands out to me, and I want to get your thought on it, is not only they rush the ball well, they're putting points on the board. A team like that can finish drives, yeah, that's a tough opponent right there.
Yeah, I think it's a testament to they're good at what they do, and they have a plan, and they're good at going out and executing their plan. Their kids know the plan. Their scheme is certainly tough to stop, but when you have a team that's that lopsided, whether it's throwing the ball or running the ball, there's some opportunity there to try and make them do things differently than they're used to. So us on defense, our goal would be to make them feel uncomfortable doing the things that they plan to do.
Sure. Well, and of course, you've got a couple of good weapons right there. You've got the leading passer in the district, leading receiver in the district. But I also know that when you have a team that like Fulcher that comes in and put a lot of points on the board, it's also time of possession. Is probably going to be key for you guys as well this week.
Yeah, and I think that offensively, time of possession will also be dependent on are we moving the chains or not. We know that they like to run the ball. We know that they've won the time of possession throughout the course of the year, but for us offensively, that looks like, as fast as we do play, that looks like moving the chains. That looks like establishing a consistent run game for 4 quarters, and that'll take care of a lot of it.
Sure. And Coach, the last thing is, of course, this is homecoming week. It's always a big game in Friendswood. You got the parade Thursday night. Always a good crowd, and there's all the festivities. Does any of that seep into the players, you think, or into the locker room, or is it, hey, it's football first?
Yeah, I think in this community, all of it seeps in to the locker room, to the players, and I think that's by design. I think it should feel different for the players. I think it should feel special, and in no way, shape, or form will it impact the way that we prepare or play the game. But I think it's definitely an opportunity for our kids to realize what type of community they live in, to be surrounded by people that care about the same things they do, and that's Friendswood, and that's football, and that's each other. So, yeah, it definitely feels different, but I think that's by design, and that's a good thing.
Oh no, absolutely. I think that's the beauty of this Thursday night parade is when the players see the crowd, but they're focused on the game. But to see them on a Thursday night and see the players with the helmets off and see people lined up on the street, when they could have a million other things to do. Yeah, I think that support is definitely a huge positive. So yeah, looking forward to seeing that carry over this evening, Coach. It's a log jam in this district right now. Got 4 games left. The beauty of this is that it seems like on any night any team can win, and Fulcher hadn't had that test yet, and I think you guys can give it to him tonight.
Yeah, we're really excited, and I don't think there's anywhere else you would rather be as a competitor than in a lot of ways to control your own destiny. And in this district, being 500, that still means that we're controlling our own destiny. As long as we go out and take care of business, we should like where we are. And yeah, that definitely starts with Fulcher. So we're excited for the opportunity.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, good luck to you guys, Steve.
Thank you.
And that's Coach Jordan Johnson of your Friendswood Mustangs. We'll be right back here on the MCS Sports Pregame Show. welcome back to the MCS Sports pregame show. Right now, we're joined as always by your head coach of the Friendswood Mustangs, Coach Jordan Johnson. And Coach, kind of a crazy game last week. I know it didn't have the result you're looking for, but yeah, I think you definitely take some positives out of that as well. But again, I know you'd always rather come back home with a win.
Yeah, definitely some positives to take. I would say number one would just be we haven't spent a lot of time trailing this year. You know, if you go back and you break it down quarter by quarter, whether were we leading or not, there were way more quarters that were leading this year than playing from behind. So I think that one thing that we were able to learn and kind of be tested as a program was we trailed in that game all the way up until the fourth quarter where we took the lead 22-19. Now it's a matter of continuing to capitalize on opportunities once you do go in front, but I did think that our guys did a great job battling the entire game and actually going up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and especially against obviously a quality opponent. I know that was their homecoming game last week. You know, a lot going on, and again, just a good squad who's had a great record this season. And so to do that against a team like that, I know you can take a lot out of that. Magnolia's strength last week was seemed like running the ball, and you guys have another team coming in this Friday night that loves to run the ball as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. This will be a physical football game. The Magnolia game was a physical game. I think that one thing that we bring to the table defensively when you're talking about a team that favors the run is that our guys are willing to be physical. We have guys that play in the third level that are willing to fit and put the ball down quickly. So those are all things that we do defensively that I think if you're a run-heavy team certainly makes you earn every yard that you're going to gain throughout the night. Yeah,
just looking at stats, Fulcher comes in. One of the biggest disparities I've ever seen, rushing the ball over 2,000 yards a game, passing 500. I mean, that's, you always have 60-40 or maybe 70-30, but this is more like 90-10. They're not, there's no secret of what they're going to do. But the other thing that stands out to me, and I want to get your thought on it, is not only they rush the ball well, they're putting points on the board. A team like that can finish drives, that's a tough opponent right there.
Yeah, I think it's a testament to they're good at what they do, and they have a plan, and they're good at going out and executing their plan. Their kids know the plan. Their scheme is certainly tough to stop, but when you have a team that's that lopsided, whether it's throwing the ball or running the ball, there's some opportunity there to try and make them do things differently than they're used to. So us on defense, our goal would be to make them feel uncomfortable doing the things that they plan to do.
Sure. Well, and of course, you've got a couple good weapons right there. You've got the leading passer in the district, leading receiver in the district. But I also know that, when you have a team that like Fulcher that comes in and put a lot of points on the board, it's also time of possession, is probably going to be key for you guys as well this week.
Yeah, and I think that offensively, time of possession will also be dependent on are we moving the chains or not. We know that they like to run the ball. We know that they've won the time of possession throughout the course of the year, but for us offensively, that looks like, as fast as we do play, that looks like moving the chains. That looks like establishing a consistent run game for 4 quarters, and that'll take care of a lot of it.
Sure. And Coach, the last thing is, of course, this is homecoming week. It's always a big game in Friendswood. You got the parade Thursday night, always a good crowd, and there's all the festivities. Does any of that seep into the players, you think, or into the locker room, or is it, hey, it's football first?
Yeah, I think in this community, all of it seeps in to the locker room, to the players, and I think that's by design. I think it should feel different for the players. I think it should feel special, and in no way, shape, or form will it impact the way that we prepare or play the game. But I think it's definitely an opportunity for our kids to realize what type of community they live in, to be surrounded by people that care about the same things they do, and that's Friendswood, and that's football, and that's each other. So, yeah, it definitely feels different, but I think that's by design, and that's a good thing.
Oh, no, absolutely. I think that's the beauty of this Thursday night parade is when the players see the crowd, but they're focused on the game, but to see them on a Thursday night and see the players with the helmets off and see people lined up on the street when they could have a million other things to do, I think that support is definitely a huge positive. So, looking forward to seeing that carry over this evening, Coach. It's a log jam in this district right now. Got 4 games left. The beauty of this this is that it seems like on any night any team can win, and Fulcher hasn't hadn't had that test yet, and I think you guys can give it to him tonight.
Yeah, we're really excited, and I don't think there's anywhere else you would rather be as a competitor than in a lot of ways to control your own destiny. And in this district, being 500, that still means that we're controlling our own destiny. As long as we go out and take care of business, we should like where we are. And yeah, that definitely starts with Fulcher. So we're excited for the opportunity.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, good luck to you guys, Steve.
Thank you.
And that's Coach Jordan Johnson. If you're friends with Mustangs, we'll be right back here on the MCS Sports Pregame Show.
Anytime.
And welcome back here to Henry Winston Stadium. We had some great guests here in the halftime show.
We did.
My gosh, the Ruiz family.
Maddie and Mason were here. Good to have them.
Absolutely.
See you, Mason.
They are future broadcasters, Coach, for sure. For sure. Our halftime score here, and the fun, that was fun. But now we get back to reality. The halftime score is Fulshear 39, your Mustangs 14. And our halftime stats are just, well, we're gonna say them, but they were just like you would probably expect.
Yeah, just taking a quick look again. Thanks to Coach McKeel bringing these out there to us. You know, you look at first, it says first downs. Fulshear 13, Friendswood 11. You think, okay, not bad.
Right.
But then you got to remember, Fulshear scored several times on the first play.
Right.
And if you look at the total yards for Fulshear, again, they come in averaging 500 yards, Kirk, a game. First half, 393 total yards to Friendswood's 166. You look at the rushing yards, which is, of course, their bread and butter. As we take a look at that, look down here. Several guys have ran the ball. Of course, Patrick Broadway, the quarterback that started the game, he's got a 51-yard touchdown and 74-yard total. But Davion Godley, 3 TDs, 75-yard is his longest. He's averaging, Kirk, 26.8 yards a touch. He has 6 carries for 161 yards in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt he's special.
Yeah, he is definitely special on that. So they have 251 total rushing, and they're averaging almost 400 yards rushing a game. So that's just a phenomenal start for them. And Friendswood, has not done bad. Walker Winters could get over 100 yards by the game if he keeps what he's got right now. 58. He's averaging 4.5. So definitely nothing to sneeze at there. It's just the quick strike that the Fulshear's had has kind of put Friendswood in a little bit of a hole.
Well, we'll see what's going to happen here as Friendswood comes out again. They make some adjustments here. Score is 39-14, but they do get the ball. The kick went down, and the Mustangs return it to their own 35, and we are ready to get the second half underway. Friendswood will be moving left to right. Buffington in motion, little end around to Adam, tries to get around the outside, and actually going to have a loss of 2 on that play. That's the first time I think I've really seen Buffington on an end around.
Yeah, that's the first time all year that's happened.
And running into the narrow side of the field. Foster back to pass, going up top to Buffington. He's battling, and that ball is incomplete. Dropped. Good battle that time with Buffington and number 18 for Fulshear, Ty Powell. But that ball does drop incomplete. And, Coach, just like that, 25 seconds in, and it's 3rd and 11.
Yeah, this is the problem with kind of the speed offense. I don't have the stats on the time of possession. I would imagine that it would be heavily in Friendswood's favor, but with those 2 quick scores. But time of possession sometimes doesn't always indicate the score.
Got doubles formation right side, single receiver. Buffington on the left. Foster calls it out. Now he's going to reset. Take the time to get the play in. Oh, the play clock's down to 0. Play clock is down to 0. And Friendswood has to use a timeout, an early timeout here this 3rd quarter, so they don't get a penalty on 3rd and 11.
Yeah, that's something I'm sure they didn't want to come out of the half and use this early with only 25 seconds off the clock there. Wanted to be a little more crisp on the offensive series, but Friendswood's going to have to do something to definitely get a long, sustained drive. And again, the crowd's still here, Kirk. There was a great little halftime show. We weren't sure if it was going double time, but it was. They did one before the game. Now they got one halftime and did a great job. And just the amount of hard work that the band, the cheerleaders, the Blue Crew, the Wranglerettes, all these kids put in, their parents helped them put in. I know with the parade last night, it was a lot of fun. Lots of people involved in the homecoming parade last night. Lots of people at the crowd. I was honored to be a part of it. It was a lot of fun. So good crowd here tonight. Hope they stick around, kind of cheer on these Mustangs.
Absolutely. Friendswood can use all the help they can get right now. Just try and get back in this ball game. Down 25, 11:35 left here in the 3rd quarter, just underway, 3rd and 11. Foster back to pass. Going deep. Got a man. Get Mickey! Oh, incomplete. Oh, he stretched out. He Superman that as good as he could, Coach, and just could not. Oh, the ball had to be 6 inches too deep.
Yeah, I think he got his hands on him. That was a great stretch by Garrett Mickey. That would have been a phenomenal catch. That's a highlight reel catch there. He's a frustrated himself, but he shouldn't be. But
Oh, no. Great effort.
Oh, yeah, that's great effort. He's just super athletic and quick. He got behind the defense.
Yeah.
You know, he wouldn't have scored on that because he laid out for it, but that definitely would have been nice first down there for the Mustangs.
Butler coming into the kicking duties now. See if he can do a little better than that last one for sure, and he does. That's a rocket down to the 25-yard line, though. It's going to be returned. Boom. 35, and he's brought down immediately.
They're going to throw a flag on that. I knew it.
Oh, my goodness, they sure are.
Well, you stand over a guy, you're going to get a penalty. It's just that simple.
That was Ty Rudolph, who did light up the return man. Unfortunately, he had to let the return man know. Well, they show personal foul against Fulcher, Coach.
Interesting.
I don't know if they showed it wrong. Oh, they're going to mark this thing as Fulcher. Ty did definitely let him know I hit you.
Yes.
I don't know. I didn't see the personal foul.
I didn't either.
On Fulcher, but we'll take it.
He took his both fists and hit them together. Does that mean helmet to helmet? Because he didn't do the cross like you would when you chop your arm. But he did where he went like your two fists together.
Yes, no, that would be. I don't know where that was, but they saw it, and it's going to back Fulcher up now to their own 20-yard line for the first drive of this second half.
Well, they're lucky they didn't call one on Ty, and it'd be offsetting penalties there, right?
For sure. Oh, there you go in that tight T formation again. 3 backs in the backfield. Got a handoff. Going to go to the big fella. Going to get about 3 yards on that. Is that?
Oh, the flag. There's going to be another one. Yep.
Multiple flags coming out all of a sudden.
I thought the guy punched Ruffino, if you ask me. I mean, I'm a little biased here, but it looks like
that was 45 Caleb Augustus on the run. And
it looked like the Fulcher guy actually struck Ruffino in the helmet. They were just locked up and wouldn't let go, and he pulled his arm back and punched him. Let's see what happens.
I got a feeling this might be one where they have to talk to both coaches. Got one official is talking to. Let's see here.
Personal foul on Fulcher. It sure is.
There you go. Coach Caduti is not a happy man over there, but yeah, we definitely saw I thought I saw a punch.
Yeah, it looked like a punch to me. They just looked there like they were locked up. Neither one wanted to let go. That's just kind of football there. Who's going to let go first? He reached back and punched Ruffino in the helmet, which I never understood that.
I know.
I'm going to punch you in the helmet with my bare hand.
If
you're wearing a helmet.
You ever hit a helmet? It does hurt.
It does. Yes. I've hit a helmet once or twice. It does hurt.
So 2 personal fouls in a row on Fulcher. It is now 2nd and 17. Well, you got to go half the distance. Fulcher still lined up in that tight T formation. This time they have Zane Smith in the middle. Augustus and Godley back there as well. Looks like Godley on the handoff.
Oh, boy,
goodness.
20,
25, 30, 40, 50. We got a flag. I don't know what that was. That's not Godley. That's Broadway. Excuse me. And that is a touchdown.
There's 2 flags, are there not? There's one at the 35, and there's one at the 50. I think they're bringing that one back.
Bringing it back. I think a hold was here on foot, but this one on the 50 was strange because he was already gone.
Yeah.
But
sideline. Oh, hang on.
Oh.
Is there going to be a sideline warning? The referee is pushing back.
That would be the one on the 50. And they are going to keep that score. So the only flag was a sideline warning against Friendswood.
Yeah, I guess.
That's what we were.
We're going to confirm that.
It was a sideline warning. We just got the official call. 45-14 now is the score. Godley around the right end. Godley for the deuce. 47-14. And, Coach, without looking at numbers, I'll be honest with you, I can't tell the difference between Broadway, the starting quarterback,
Yep.
and Godley. Broadway's a little taller, but from our vantage point, you can't tell. But the speed, the moves, I don't know. Jacob, you got a better view than us. I don't know if it's better when it went against us like that. Did you hear the sideline infraction call? Was that?
I was kind of confused. I mean, like y'all said, he was off to the races by the time that the officials threw those flags.
Yeah.
And, I was like, surely that can't be a hold. Surely that can't be a block in the back. So it makes sense. But, I mean, just blink and he's gone. I watched that play right from where they snapped the ball. And, I mean, every single time it looks like they might have a chance to bottle him up at the line of scrimmage. I mean, he just takes off. I've never seen anything like it before, to be completely honest.
And again, like I said, I made the mistake of saying that was Godley, the way he was running and making moves. They've got two backs very similar back there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what a luxury, to have two backs that can score from 70 yards at any given time.
Yeah, for sure.
How many yards was that last run right there?
That was it was around the 10, so about 90.
So that gives
No, it was 92. They were on the 8. I remember it was a half the distance to the goal line. 92-yard.
Well, that gives Broadway. He had 74 in the first half. Oh my goodness.
No.
A bad
Pooch, bounce, Friends recovers. Oh, there's another. Number 67, little cheap shot right there, but they're not going to call that.
Yeah.
You're getting a little chippy out there right now between these squads.
Well, that was 92 plus his 74 in the first half. Gives him 166. So there's two guys with over 160 yards.
And what was the total yardage?
Oh, well, it was 393 plus that.
Yeah, so we're over 480. They were averaging right about 5 a game.
Yes, 504, I think what it was.
10:39 left here in the third quarter. Chargers in control, 47-14. Fulsher. Foster handoff, Winters up the middle, nowhere to go. Be brought down right. I get about a yard. Is all they're going to give him on that, and because that just takes the breath away from him.
Well, 92-yard run. It's easy to rack up yards when that's what it is. But you're right. Without seeing the number, you almost can't tell. Maybe Broadway's a smidgen taller from here, but you really can't tell.
Foster pass out caught. Abibi, 45, 50, enough for a Mustang first down. Nice little pitch and catch there, and I see Abibi getting some action.
Getting him involved. He's had one or two touchdowns, I believe, this year. He has that little seam route he usually runs kind of up the gut. We used to call it smash gut. I'm not sure what they call it now. We'll hand off to Winters as he cuts outside.
Yes,
nice
outside,
run.
right side, round to the 41-yard line. Going to be brought down about a yard short.
Uh-oh.
And Winters is going to be slow getting up. Going to have Rudolph coming in for him right now.
Might have banged his head on the turf a little bit.
He does get up. That's on. Thanks. Always good to see. Again, I'm going to bring in Ty Rudolph. 9:39. Just underway here in the second half, folks, and it is all Fulsher, 47-14. Foster went to his right, then scrambles to his left, just tosses it up.
Oh, that's got to be.
And that is caught by Buffington. And, both players had hands all over each other.
Yeah, I guess they might have called that uncatchable. Buffington had to come back to it a couple yards and pick that up. That was a nice heads-up play by him, but maybe that's why they didn't throw the flag.
So Buffington gets the Mustangs down now right at the red zone, right at the 20-yard line. Foster rolls to his right side. No one's open. Throws it to a BB. Caught. Nice job, boy, Foster. That's a nice target to have, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Nice. And he gets outside the pocket. Just gives himself a little bit more time. Gets outside, throws that to a BB. BB's a big-sized kid, goes up and grabs it. And one of the nicest kids. Hey, I got to coach his sisters. I just love the BB family. They're good people, so good for him.
So it's a 5-yard gain. Foster on the keeper, and he's going to get, so close to a first down. I think he's going to be about a half yard short, just outside the 10-yard line.
Timeout here by Fulsher.
Timeout by Fulsher. That's interesting right there. Defensive coordinator not happy with his players right now.
No, they are not.
So Mustangs knock it on the door, trying to put 21 on the board. You just trying. All they're trying to do now is just keep pace. But you'd have that big hole in the first half, and keeping pace isn't going to get it done.
Yeah, that's a lot of pace to keep up with. Fulsher's averaging 49 points, as we said, each contest. They're at 47 right now, trying to keep pace with that. And Friendswood's averaging 38, which is not a bad average. 38 points a game is a great average. It's just one of those things where you run up against a team like this. They just got a machine going over there, it seems like.
They really do. Real quick updates, that Magnolia battle. Magnolia on top of Mag West, Coach, 35-14. 4 minutes left the third.
Where's the game at?
I'm going to say Magnolia.
Is it at Magnolia?
I don't know which one. I don't know which one is that.
Smarty pants.
I don't know why I even said that. That was rude.
Well, They're only about 15 minutes apart. I was just kind of
I
curious.
believe it's at Magnolia. Coach.
Okay, we were up there last week. They had a good home crowd there, so that's going to shake up the district a little bit.
For sure. And Angleton's now on top of Terry, 14-7. Foster on the caper up the middle, first down. Gets inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Goes Brock Foster. They're going to run that clock. Here we go now. Foster again on the caper. Foster is going to be, he's about a yard and a half short of that goal line. And I would say run that same play again.
Looks like they're lining up in almost the same.
Yeah. Foster on the keeper. Hey, he stretches and he's in.
Yeah, he was never down. He sure was
not.
He leaned over somebody, and that 6'4" body plus his arms, man. He stretched out to like 8 feet, didn't he, to get that over the line?
Absolutely. And what I love about that more than anything is that second effort in a game when you're down big, and he just refuses to give up. I love that right there.
Oh, yeah. He's a gamer. He likes to play, likes to compete. You know, he gets frustrated when he makes a mistake, which I'm glad he does, right?
That's what competitors do.
Yeah, exactly. Then he comes back and is playing hard, so no problem there as the blue crew gets to run the flags across the field, across the track.
47-21 is our score. Jacob, you're right there to see it. How about that second effort by Foster right there?
It was a great second effort, and I just want to say, my personal hats off to Brock Foster tonight. He's been hit. He's been banged up. Yeah. He's had to run for his life on many occasions, and he just keeps competing. I mean, earlier in the game, it looked like he might have hurt his left arm, maybe his left shoulder. I wasn't sure if he was going to come out, but I don't think he missed any time. So, like I said, props to Brock Foster tonight for just a physical game being played by him.
No, that's true, because, you look at the stance here, and a lot of people have kind of – the game's over and all, but the guys, the 11 on the field, there's no quitting them.
No, absolutely not. Whether, you're down 26 like it is right now or you're winning. And, that's what I love to see. I love to see that from Foster and the rest of the Mustangs football team as well.
For sure. Absolutely. Thank you, Jacob. So the score is 47-21. Mustangs down 26. And, again, no matter what you do on offense, if you don't find a way to stop this potent offense of Fulshire, it doesn't matter how many points you put on the board, they're going to put up more.
Yeah, absolutely. As they try to get outside on this kick, and there's one thing that we got a couple years ago was a shirt. They have themes every year. This year it's level up, trying to change some things. Coach Johnson's wanting to try to change some of the culture and get some things going and things like that. A couple years ago we had a shirt. It just said compete. That's all it said on it. They just wanted you to compete. Get out there no matter what the score is, basketball, baseball, football, volleyball, soccer, whatever the sport was, just compete. Don't ever just hide your tail and quit and give up. Just compete. Get out there and do what you got. Use this learning, because you cannot mimic game time experience in practice. You just can't. The defense knows the play, blah, blah, blah. So just get out there and compete, and I think that's what the Mustangs are trying to do here.
Well, Frenzel's defense, too, has got a lot of pride, Coach, and they've taken it on the chin so far.
I'm wearing the defense shirt right here, as a matter of fact.
Little black shirts.
Little black shirts back in the day.
So we will see what they will do here as Fulshire starts this drive on their own 27. Godley gets 5 yards. Coach, he's hit about maybe he got about one, and the other 4 on his own. There is a flag on this play. Godley is just not all speed. He just he knows how to
chop block.
Oh, chop block.
Personal foul. Back that thing up.
3 personal fouls this half.
Yeah, wow.
So Fulshire will get this one backed up. See where they're going to spot this one. Just keep on going. There they go. 14. I was just trying to find some positives here. Down to the 14-yard line.
Excuse me.
Coach Fritz will be just fine.
I'm sorry, that made me laugh. I got choked up. I apologize. Kirk Lowe, you cracked me up, buddy.
1st and 24 for the Chargers. Fakes. Broadway on the keeper. 15. Gets to the 21-yard line where he is brought down.
Yeah, he saw Ruffino coming and thought, you know what, I'm going to have to duck this one down. I'm not going to try to outrun that, and Ruffino just took it to him.
Ruffino was there. Davis was there as well. So 7-10 and counting. So much ball game left, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
You just everything. You go, there's still a good shot. It's just you got to stop Fulshire.
Yeah.
You just got to stop Fulshire. And that has proven to be difficult, to say the least, tonight. As they're over, I believe, almost 5. I guess we're over 500 yards now.
I'm sure they are by now, yes.
Twin receivers, left side, single receiver right. Broadway in the pistol. Broadway throws it out, and that is incomplete.
Oh, they're marking it complete as a catch.
What? Okay.
They sure are.
I swear. Should have thought he was out of bounds. They sure did give him that catch.
Yeah, that was Jake Cody there, number 15.
Wow,
they sure did give it to him.
Just tiptoed right there. Got to the 33. Still going to be a third down, though, but now it's going to be 3rd and 5. I did prefer the 3rd and 17, to be honest with you.
If you had your druthers.
Hey, if anybody would ask, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, shoot. 3rd and 5. Got a single receiver. It's going to be Cody down here. Godley in the backfield. Fakes to Godley. Going to hit big Zane Smith. Oh, he is a bull. Gets inside the 50 to the 48-yard line. And Postma on the tackle. I think he was on the receiving end of that tackle, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, Smith, he's just a tough football player. That's all there is to it. He's
a junior, too, by the way.
Yeah, he's just a tough football player. That's all you can say about him.
Yeah, I love that right there. And just unfortunately, he's for full shirt.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's wearing the electric purple.
Electric purple.
That's right.
Handoff this time. Godley makes a move to the left side.
Oh.
He's brought down
Connor
for
Stamper.
a loss. Stamper, first negative yardage for Godley this evening. Stamper one-on-one. Beautiful tackle that time.
So he lost 2 yards. So now instead of at 161, he's at 159. What a terrible night for him.
No, he's got to be frustrated. 47-21 is our score. Chargers on top of the Mustangs. 5:30 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Defense showing a little life, though.
Oh, they're not giving up. There's no doubt.
Absolutely.
They're too proud, and I don't blame them one bit. Uh-oh. Timeout action. Fulcher taking it again.
Second timeout by the Chargers, and stops the clock here at 5:16 in the 3rd. Again, reminder, next week, if you had an original schedule this season, you saw a Thursday night game. That game has now been moved to Friday.
Yep.
Playing Rosenberg-Terry, not playing in Rosenberg, playing at Waller ISD Stadium, a beautiful venue, up 290 next week, versus Terry, who's in a battle tonight, versus Angleton. So another good road trip for all of us. Get a chance to see the state. And we'll be there live, and I believe inside a press box.
Let's hope so. Yeah, we'll be playing in El Paso in 2 weeks.
That's right.
Just kidding, folks. Just kidding.
Well, yeah. Now we're looking forward to that, and I know the Mustangs will be too. And yeah, this district race, Coach, it just you think it can't get tighter, it just gets tighter and tighter as teams. Like that Magnolia game tonight. Mag West was undefeated in district. Seems like they will no longer be.
Yeah.
Undefeated in district, and that's a Magnolia team that's beating them solidly in a team that we played last week, where we really had a very good chance to win that game.
Yeah, and West is actually leading the district in total team defense, only allowing 54 points all year long. So their defense
is 30s already.
Yeah, for sure.
Here we go, 2nd down and 12 now. Quick stop pass is caught. Just a little 3-step drop and out that time. Looked like Braden Kennedy on the reception. So that'll bring up now a 3rd down and about 8 for the Chargers. Ball's on the Mustang 46. Crowd still staying in here and trying to cheer these Mustangs on to victory. Godley, the lone back in the backfield. He's had quite a night. Looking for more. There was a handoff to Godley, and there was a false start. Another penalty, because that's something this half.
They've had 4 or 5 penalties, 3 of them being personal fouls, 15-yard variety.
That's something that I don't care what your record is, that'll drive a coach nuts.
No, yeah, you got to play cleaner than that if you got a chance to really keep your offense going. But anytime that Godley's in the single set backfield, I get a little nervous.
Oh, absolutely, and exactly what
break it at any time.
They just set that play up exactly what we thought they would. Goes to left. Get those holes developed and see what he can do. Now, though. And so, yeah, realistically, Coach, it was 3rd and 8, now it's 3rd and 13. For this offense, it doesn't matter.
The 5 yards isn't going to be a big deal, yeah.
Pitch, Godley, left side. Cuts it back to the right. He's brought down well short of the 1st down. Looked like first guy got him that time was Slaughter. And it is 4th. And again, like we said earlier, it doesn't really matter, 3rd or 4th. It's 4th and 9. And they're not going to punt.
No, they got the same personnel on the field they had for the third down play and the second down play. They're not changing anything.
Still going to be Godley lone back in the backfield. 4th down. Big stop here for the Mustangs. 4th and 9. Fakes to Godley. Oh, little stop and go. That is going to be incomplete. Trying to see who the deep.
It's Connor Stamper there.
Stamper again. Stamper, nice drive.
Wow, that was a very nice job. Step by step. He tripped up a little bit, but good job looking back for the ball like he was going to get it too. The ball might have been overthrown just a smidgen.
Well, Mustang defense holds.
They hold. They sure do. That's a victory for sure. So
Absolutely.
proud of those guys, and I'm sure Coach Griff is clapping them up. Good job, them. We're going to compete, boys. 3:51 here in this third quarter. They're still going to compete the whole time. So
yeah, you're down. I mean, again, you're down 4 scores, but you've got the ball.
This sounds bad when you say it that way, though.
It's less than 5.
You're down 4 scores.
Yeah. Sorry, sometimes the reality hurts.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But we got the ball. So is the truth. Mustangs do have the ball back, though. The defense, great job that time. Great stop. Stamper, nice job on a couple plays on that last drive. Foster looking to pass. Now he's going to keep it and run. There's nowhere to go. He's going to be brought down for a loss of just 1. Bring up a 2nd and 11 now for the Mustangs. Ball is on their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like the defense there for Fulshere's dropping 4 back in coverage. When you got 3 receivers going out, they can all go man. You got somebody over the top. That's tough to find a man who's open.
Twin receivers right side, twin receivers left. Got that doubles formation. Yeah, Coach, that's a great point. You're right. They just outnumber us out there.
Yeah.
And yet still have the pressure up front.
For sure, yeah, absolutely. It makes it tough when you're getting pressured in. Got to find a man.
Little pass out to Walker Winters. Breaks 1. Can't break the 2nd. And he's going to get just past the original line of the 48-yard line. Glad to see Walker Winters back in the game.
Oh, yeah, he's been out for a few snaps, but glad to have him back.
So it balls down the 48 of Friendswood, and it is 3rd down and 9. Foster back to pass. He's got a man. Buffington incomplete. Had to try to one-hand that. It was a little high. Couldn't quite do it. He was looking for a flag. Didn't get it. I feel like Friendswood's going to go right here,
I was about to say, what's the point in punting with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter down? I won't say the number. A few possessions. I might as well go for it, too.
Well, and again, the yardage doesn't matter for Fulshere. We've seen that as well.
Yeah.
What's a punt going to do?
Yeah.
4th down and 9. Twin receivers right side, Buffington. Single receiver, Foster.
There it is.
Got a man caught. Mickey, 1st down. Just at the stick. Smart play by Garrett Mickey. Knew exactly where he needed to go.
Yes, sir. He definitely found that 10-yard mark. He got to the stick, turned around. Nice pass by Brock Foster. Fired that in there.
Friendswood getting set. Handoff. Winters up the gut. Got about a yard. Fulshere going to try to sub in quickly right there as they could not after that 1st down catch by Mickey. That was a tough catch, too. Mickey had to go down and get that ball.
Yeah, for sure. That was a nice catch by him as the Mustangs here trying to hurry up.
Oh, got a little end around. Nope, fakes the end around to Mickey, and Foster is going to throw it over Mickey's head, just trying to make something out of nothing right there. Good pressure that time on the backside by the Fulshere defense.
Yeah, quick shout-out. I hadn't been looking at the chat. I apologize. I've been kind of sidetracked. You got Mikey Butler's uncle there, Uncle Gumby from Jack Sports is checking us out. Donye Stoffel says, let's go Mustangs. And the girls AAU basketball just got here. Let's go Stangs. Glad to have you guys joining us this evening.
Absolutely. Doubles formation for the Mustangs. 1:53 left here in the third quarter. Oh, pressure. Foster gets it off. And that is incomplete. Looking for Buffington. Really had to throw it in double coverage, but Foster had to get rid of the football right there.
Yeah, he's been hurt more this second half. That first series we talked about how great the O-line has played. I think maybe they're coming with 4 and they're bringing a 5th maybe up front, which is kind of giving the offensive line a little bit of trouble there and not getting quite as much time. Sometimes Brock has to throw the ball before he's really ready to do so.
So it is another 4th down for the Mustangs, 4th and 8. Foster back to pass. Foster had a man over the middle, and that is going to be incomplete. Through behind the intended receiver, and that is a turnover on downs, and just kind of watching players get up right there. Sorry, just a little extracurricular going on between both teams right now. I think it's going both ways. And for Friendswood, a lot of frustration, I know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But you got to keep your head in it. You know, you got to stay strong and stay with this. And, you know, everybody's hurting for Friendswood. That's the thing. I mean, you're not the only one out there. And just got to make it up with your play. 47-21 is the score. 1:40 left here in the third quarter. Broadway back in at quarterback. Now, excuse me, that's Barrington in. And there's no back in the backfield this time. And now you have Broadway in motion. Little end around to Godley from the wing. Godley makes a cut, and he's brought down about 7 yards. Like Caleb Allen in on the tackle. Rufino as well. So kind of balling up Godley a little bit now. I say balling up, he got 7 yards in that carry.
Yeah.
It just felt like that was a stifled him.
It felt like it was a stifle, but he came to the near side there, definitely got some yards on that. But, yeah, you say 7, you're like, he only got 7?
And, again, he came in averaging 11, and I feel like that average has increased this evening. No backs again. You've got kind of a double wing formation this time. Godley in motion now to the left. Now you got a bunch set trips, and you've got a handoff to Broadway. Same formation, just end around. And
I think that's actually number 6, Kirk. It's so close.
That was
to look.
6. You're
I
right.
think so. It's hard. Yeah, it is. The front's hard to tell. The back, you can see the front's kind of bunched up.
And that's Struble, the receiver. He's had a nice game tonight as well. And that time, Godley and Zane Smith were blocking, and they just – again, Godley, not just a speedster, coach. He's got some strength right there, and he showed on when he blocks.
Yeah, for sure. And then they rush in number 36, a senior fullback, Caleb Ibarra, it looks like. I haven't seen him in the game, and now he's coming in. There's just, like you said, there's one bus just for the running back.
Absolutely. T formation now. Smith in the middle. Ibarra and Godley in the backfield. Handoff. Oh, nope. Fakes. He had to get Barrington had dropped. I don't know if there's a little miscommunication there.
Yeah, it was. He tried to hand it off and didn't get a good, clean handoff, so he just took it himself, got to the line of scrimmage, and got wrapped up there as the quarter ends.
So that is the end of the third. The score is Fulshear 47 and your Friendswood Mustangs 21.
Get a chance to look at some updated scores, Kirk?
That's what I'm fixing to do right now.
Yes, sir. Great minds think somewhat alike. I don't know.
Somewhat. Yeah, I don't know if you want to say that, guys.
Ask our wives.
Angleton on top of Terry now 21-7, 8 minutes left in the fourth. Angleton looks to finally get in control of that ball game. In the battle of the trees, the flowers. Do we ever decide the magnolia?
Well, there's a magnolia tree, and there's a magnolia flower that grows on the magnolia tree.
Whatever we say, we're going to sound stupid.
We're going to sound, yeah.
So Magnolia,
somebody help us out.
The battle of the city of Magnolia.
There you go.
The Mag Bulldogs are on top of Mag West 42-14. Like we said earlier, that'll be Mag West's first loss in district.
And they've only allowed 54 points all season and let go 42 tonight. That's crazy.
That really is. It really is. So that would leave, if this game stays the way it is, Fulshear at 4-0, Mag West 3-1, Magnolia 4-1, Angleton 3-2, Manville will be 3-2. It's just,
and of course the head-to-head would go to Magnolia because they just beat Magnolia West if it stays the path.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, back here at our game, Fulshear comes out on a 4th and 3, and they do a false start.
That's got to be 5 or 6 penalties for them.
Yeah, they've really been penalty heavy here in the second half.
They have kind of blown up. I was about to say, surely they're not punting, are they? I've never seen them punt like you said. No, they're
not going to punt. That would be ludicrous. Twin formation left side.
They're out of the shotgun, though, which is rare as well.
Barrington rolls to his left. He's got some running room, and he is going to be.
He's going to be short.
I think Stamper got him short, isn't that? Yep, Stamper hit him out. He was close, but no cigars. He is going to be about a yard short. Stamper again with a big play. Jacob, I'm going to come down to you real quick. I got a question for you. We've seen a little bit of, Fulshear, a lot of penalties, but we'll also see some extracurricular after the plays. Are you hearing anything, see anything, or?
Yeah, it gets a little shovey. It gets a little dicey after the plays, mainly between this offensive line and Friendswood's defensive line. I don't mind it. I think it's a good part of a competitive football team. And, you know, I mean, Fulsheur's, you know, they're taking it to us right now, so I think they're allowed to, you know, take a couple jabs, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. And there's been no penalties on those, you know, and so they're keeping it all legal. It just seems like it's getting close to the line, for sure.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Foster up top.
That's got to be a penalty.
There's got to be a PI. There's the flag.
He wasn't even looking. That has to be a PI. He wasn't even looking at the ball. He was running over there and pushed Buffington out of the way. That has to be a PI.
Yeah.
And for them, he's complaining, saying it's not a PI. He didn't even look back for the ball.
No, he sure did. Buffington, it was one-on-one coverage right there, and that will be another penalty on Fulsheur. And we'll see where they're going to move that one now to the Fulsheur 36-yard line. 11:40 left here in the ballgame now, folks. Fourth quarter just started. Fulsheur in control, 47-21. Foster pass caught, Buff in. That's going to be brought down, but he did catch the ball at the 30-yard line. About a 6-yard reception. We just wrapped up immediately by number 20. That's Agato. Twin receivers left side, single receiver right. Foster got a man, Buffington, caught, touchdown Mustangs.
Adam just beat that guy off the line.
Sure did.
Their defender is really upset with himself. Adam just blew right by him. He was not ready for that speed, I guess. That was a nice throw by Foster. Probably couldn't have handed it to him any better.
My goodness. That
wait a minute. I'm just sorry. I'm just seeing Mikey Butler come off it. Was that Foster or Mikey Butler throw that ball?
Now, hold on. I'm watching the receivers. We'll get –
Well,
Foster's in
Foster's
there.
in the game. Okay, maybe Butler was just on the field for something, but –
we'll get that straight. Yeah, I was definitely watching this one-on-one matchup, and this cornerback, it's almost like he didn't know the ball had been snapped, Coach. He just sat there.
Yeah, Buffington ran right by him on that, so great job by Adam. They didn't have to go up and get it. They were just a nice little route, and the Mustangs, of course, are going for 2.
Mustangs going 2, and that is going to be a 2-point conversion by Brock Foster. Gives the Mustangs now 29 on the board, and well, that's what you like to see, Coach. A Friendswood defense hold. Mustang quick strike, and it's 47-29, and this scoreboard is just getting warmed up tonight.
Oh, yeah, for just getting warmed up. The scoreboard operator better have his thumbs ready,
Absolutely.
Right? So what are we down here? We're just down 18. Mm-hmm. Still 3 scores.
Still 3 scores.
But sure sounds better
Coach
than your
3
5.
and still better than 4.
You know, we wouldn't have to go for 2 necessarily each time. Wouldn't have to, you know. But, again, compete. We mentioned it earlier. Just compete. And I think that's what probably Coach Johnson's telling these guys. Just compete.
Yeah, and compete for 4 quarters.
And 4 quarters because you can still learn a lot right here, right?
Yeah. Jacob, you were right down there. You saw Buffington up close and personal. He just left that man in the dust.
He left him in the dust. It's like, you know, there's a joke like when your friend and you're playing some Madden or something, and his controller dies and his character just stands there. That's what it looked like that cornerback just did. He just kind of froze up for a second.
Yep.
Let Buffington run by him, and I mean a great throw by Foster right there.
So it was Foster, Jacob, right?
Yeah, it was Foster.
Okay, I just thought I saw Butler coming on the field. I didn't know if he'd thrown it. I wasn't watching. I apologize.
No, that was a dart by Brock Foster right there.
It sure was. Well, again, hey, 18 points. You know, got a chance right here. Keep this thing going. Looks like Friendswood is going to use Reagan Rudolph's in there to do the kicking, Coach, for the kickoff. We don't usually see her do a kickoff, so I got to imagine we're going to see something maybe a little.
They got the hands team in for Fulsheur.
Oh, yeah,
up on the line. Yep, they're up for sure.
Oh, and she kicks it right past.
Oh, he fumbles
it. That ball goes to the 26-yard line. Nice job by Rudolph right there, trying to kick it away. Fulsheur does a good job of going down there and scooping it up, and I like the idea though. And yeah, in a game like this, you throw it all out the window. Right? Do everything you can.
Yeah, for sure. Coach Butler, appreciate you chatting me up. He said that Mikey was going out for the extra point. I didn't know he was kicking extra points. I guess give it a shot. Right?
He's the holder on those.
He's the holder. Yeah. That's right. My fault. I knew that. And then they called him back. You got to go for the 2. Got it. That makes sense. I just saw him coming off, and I thought, sure. Did he throw that out there? And then again, thanks a ton. It says Coach Johnson's sister here, Jennifer Sharp, is checking us out. We appreciate you checking us out.
Absolutely.
#horsepower. So thank you, Jennifer, for listening up tonight.
Absolutely. Coach got a sister named Jennifer, just as this guy does. That's fun.
Oh, goodness.
Godly up the middle. That's a first down. Right about his average, about 14 yards right there. And Coach, I hate to say, I'm just holding my breath.
No, yes.
He gets past that first line.
Yeah.
And, again, you just say that's a great job by the Friendswood defense giving up 14 because he could easily go for 60.
Yeah, he's just quick, too, and he's got good vision, bounces off people. He's not just a speedster, but he's got some good moves, and there's a reason why he had returning 2,200-plus yards and 29 total touchdowns last year. That's crazy.
1st and 10 for the Chargers. Ball's on their own 41-yard line. Barrington at quarterback. Godley, left side. Oh, he's hit. First that time, I believe that's Quintero.
Yeah, Marcus at number 20. Good job by him.
Going to bring up now a 2nd down, and they say got right back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain, 2nd and 10. Fulshire, of course, taking their time. They've got Broadway in. They've got Godley out. Zane Smith is in. Barrington in at quarterback. Clock rolling now under 10. Fulshire up 47-29. Single receiver. Pitch back. This time it's going to go to Broadway. Trying to find some running room. He's going to be brought down by Ruffino.
That's going to come back. There's a flag right in the middle of the field on the 40. Sorry, Kurt.
Sure, no. I'm glad you saw that. Sure is. It's a hold against the Chargers. So, again, the Chargers are just racking up the penalties.
They are. That's got to be 6 or 7
for sure
for them. And, again, we talked about 2 or 3 of them were personal fouls.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's gonna negate their total yards of offense this second half. I'm sure the coaches are mad that the stats aren't going to be padded, right?
Yeah, what a shame.
Yeah, I'm heartbroken over it.
Absolutely. Ball goes back
Catch my tone.
to the 31-yard line. 2nd and 20 now for the Chargers. Deuce Barrington in at quarterback. Mustangs just going to keep bringing pressure. See what they can do in the backfield. Barrington fakes. Little pass this time to big Zane Smith. Oh, and he is blasted. I saw Ruffino, Postma.
I think he's actually trying to go up top to the wide receiver, but as the receiver goes up, it looked like Stamper comes up there and grabs him, and he kind of didn't get called for the hold there, but wouldn't let him get out there, and he had to go to the outside.
For sure. Got a man down.
For the Mustangs.
I don't see who that is.
I think it's Marcus Quintero. I think it's number 20.
Well, Zane Smith, he is, and we've said it all night, he is just a load to bring down. You're going to take more than one, and again, Quintero gets up.
He's up. He's fine, yeah. Probably got the air knocked out of him.
Sure.
Yeah, Zane Smith, he's just a good football player. He's just a football kind of kid. You know, that's call him the Viking or whatever. That dude can play. So.
Oh no, and I'm using the word. I
love respect. Absolutely. No, we're not poking fun. That dude can play. No,
he's absolutely a guy you'd want to have right beside you.
Heck yeah,
for sure.
Walker Winters would probably sign him up tomorrow to come to Friendswood, wouldn't he? Run that fullback.
3rd down and 16 now as Davis got 4 yards on that reception. Godley back in the game now. Barrington at quarterback. Twin receivers left side. Going to throw the screen now for Godley. Godley's got some room. He's at the 50, 45-40, and runs out of bounds. Unfortunately, the trail of Mustangs behind him. Does not score.
But
gets about 25 yards on that. His ball now's on the Mustang 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, it's good to see Marcus Quintero back in there, number 20. He's fine. He's back in the ball game. Probably, like I said, got the wind knocked out of him. That was it. He's ready to roll.
1st and 10, Chargers. Ball's on the Mustang 40-yard line. Clock rolling under 9 now. 8:47 left here in the ball game. Fakes the handoff to Godley. Barrington. Pass is caught.
Yep.
An incredible acrobatic catch by Struble in double coverage. Kind of looked like he was just throwing the ball up.
Yeah, well, he had a little step on him, and once he got that step.
Yes. Gets the ball down now to the Mustang 21-yard line. So new set of downs now for the Chargers, 1st and 10. Chargers in control, 47-29. And just when Friendswood seem to be making a little bit of a charge themselves, Fulshire put together a nice drive here.
And it's eating clock, too, which is kind of the double whammy on that if they end up scoring.
Barrington, quarterback, Broadway, tailback, Broadway with a handoff around the right side. Still on his feet, 20. puts his head down, spins, gets out of the tackle by Davis, and he's brought down at the 10-yard line. So that is another first down. It'll be a 1st and goal now for the Chargers. And bringing it back, that will be a hold against Fulsher.
Damn. Wow. That is.
Yeah.
I'm sure their coaches are frustrated. That is 7, 8. I keep coming up with a number. I don't remember what I said last time, but 8 penalties against him this half?
Yeah, definitely. That's way too many for a team that's right now rated as number 5 in the state of Texas.
Right.
Ball is now back to the 30-yard line. So it'll be a 1st and 20.
You don't happen to have those 5A rankings, do you? Top 10 in the state of Texas?
I'll see if I can pull those up.
Okay.
I do.
Just curious. Just curious. I'm sure LaPorte's got to be up there somewhere.
Yeah, we'll see. 7:23 and counting here in the ball game. Mustangs down 18. Handoff that time to Godley, gets about 4 or 5.
And another flag. Is that a flag? Another flag.
It sure is.
Looks like there's a Fulsher kid down as well. He's on the bottom of that pile again. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him too. He's up signaling to his coaches he's all right.
Now this one goes against the Mustangs.
And Coach Johnson's not happy. I don't blame him. He's standing right there, saw the whole thing happen.
Coach, it was funny. I was pulling up the rankings to see.
Yes, sir.
And I was rolling through it, and they had Fulsher at 13. I'm like, that's interesting. And I looked down at Foster's number 21. This is last year.
Oh.
That's what tipped me off right
yes,
there.
Yeah, Foster. Yeah, that was last year.
Anyway, I apologize. We'll continue. Now it's back to a 1st down and 10. Oh, the handoff goes to the big fella.
Was that Augusta 45?
Augustus
okay,
again,
Augustus,
yes.
yeah. And he's kind of a taller running back. And he's kind of a bigger kid. Usually the running back's a little bit shorter, 5'9", 5'10". This guy looks like, of course, I don't have the measurements, but looks a little taller back here from our vantage point. Taller than most of the guys I see in the back for probably a 6-footer.
Number 1 team of State 5A is Aledo. Always there.
Yes, sir.
Longview, number 2.
Okay.
Always there. Mansfield Timberview, number 3. Port Arthur Memorial, number 4. And then Fulsher 5. Handoff Augustus. Golly, he's a bull. I don't think he's down yet. Then they finally blow the whistle. 2nd down, and this could be 3rd and 5 now. From the 8. This is the top 10, so I don't see LaPorte. But, yeah, I know they're a top 20.
Yeah, they're a loaded team as well. You know, Garrison, his senior year, a couple years ago, they got to play. I want to say it was Port Arthur Memorial. They were ranked like 10th in the state in basketball, and Friendswood goes there and beats them. And it was one of the most fun things. He's like, you know what, we could have lost the rest of the games, whatever, just get a chance to go in a number 10 team in the state and beat them. It's just something claim to fame. They had a really good time. That's just fun, you know.
3rd and 5 now for the Chargers. Ball's inside the 10. Handoff to the big Zane Smith, and he is going to go in untouched. Untouched.
That is just, if you have any knowledge of Vince Lombardi, that is student body right, student body left. How he used to put a seal here and a seal here. If you watch those old videos of him, they used to say he would run those plays in practice over and over and over. 100 times of practice to the right, 100 times to the left. Just keep on keeping on. So unbelievable how they run that. They run that so well, so disciplined. They got all the lanes blocked. Good job by those young men. It's he's wide open.
Pass for the 2, and that's going to be incomplete. So the score will stay. That skill on the pressure on the quarterback. The score will stay Fulsher 53, and your Mustangs 29. Coach, the only thing that surprised me on the last play was Zane Smith didn't put his head down and try to find somebody to hit.
Yeah. That's true.
I mean, I'm just saying, because I know he was looking for somebody.
Oh, he was looking for somebody, yeah.
Jacob, you're down there. I know you saw that. That feels like that was kind of the deflating point of the game right there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's still time on the clock.
Sure.
But that really feels like the dagger, the final nail in the coffin, if you will. I mean, it would take a miracle, an act of God, and then some for, this Mustangs team to close this gap. But, despite the scoreboard, I still think this was a very hard-fought game by the Mustangs, and they really gained their composure as the game went on. If it stayed like it was, the very beginning of the first quarter, this game would be a lot uglier, I think.
Oh, no, you're right. And you made a great point, Jay. Again, their composure, because things have been getting chippy out there, but they haven't crossed the line.
Not at all.
And so thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. Score 53-29. Fulshear on top of your Mustangs. 5:37 left here in this ball game. Again, Fulshear coming in, Coach, averaging 49. They top that. Kickoff goes to 35, brought back to the 48-yard line. Looks like Skeel again.
Skeel, number 18, yes,
Skeel's
sir.
had a lot of returns tonight.
He has. They pooched it kind of that second level. They didn't want to go all the way back deep. They kind of pooched up their second level, and he's had several of those tonight. Well, 5:30, like you said, 29-53, just trying to play for pride, keep that competitive nature going. And, there's no quit in any of these coaches. Coach Johnson's not going to teach that by any means. Coach Griff, those guys down there. I know Coach Garcia is working, too, drawing up the plays. I know all the junior high coaches are here wanting them to do the best they can and keep on going. So they're just going to keep competing. That's all we can do.
Well, and as a coach, because we've both been there, everything's a learning experience. You learn from your wins. You learn.
Yeah.
You always learn more from your losses, it seems like. And you can learn in-game. I know Coach Johnson – got to know him a little bit this season, obviously, and I know that's what he's doing right now. Everything's a teaching moment.
For sure. Now send around to Mickey.
Oh, yeah. Just got caught from behind. Going to get about 4 yards on that carry.
Yeah, I think the team speed of Fulshear is something we mentioned either. It seems like everybody on that team, whether it's a D lineman, they got some linebackers, pretty good speed kids.
Got Ty Rudolph in at tailback. Foster going up top. Buffington trying to create separation. A lot of hands on back and forth there, but no call. But number 18 on that play was Ty Powell again. They've been battling all night.
Yeah. Looks like the Mustangs kind of like that matchup and go up there and let Buffington try to grab it. He just couldn't get that one. He's had some advantages tonight, but just couldn't grab that one.
Third down now and 6. Doe, that's a free play. No! They must have made contact then.
Oh, they must have, encroachment. They made contact. He did the.
Again, another penalty though on Fulshear. I'm gonna go as 9. That's 9 penalties this half.
Yeah, at least.
Wow.
7, 8, 9. We got to get our numbers right. I should have been marking those, shouldn't I?
Nah, it's too many.
That's too many to mark.
It's unacceptable. 3rd and 1 now. Foster gonna throw up top again. He got a hand all over his jersey.
He's all over him.
Where's the flag on that one?
There is a hand. He was grabbing the jersey from the back the entire time.
My goodness.
The field judge is right behind him. He can see better than we could.
Now, Jacob's right down there. Jacob, I mean, am I seeing things?
He's holding his hands up.
I'm just as confused as everybody else. I did
see correctly. I mean, I'm seeing jersey pulled.
Jersey pulled, helmet touch, push, and a shove here.
Wow.
If there's a time to call a PI, it was right there.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jacob. And maybe the official's going, hey, this game's out of reach. I don't care. That's a penalty right there, any way you look at it. 53-29, 4th and 1. Foster pressured, throws it up top. That ball is incomplete, looking for a BB. And he just had to get rid of the football there.
Yeah. That's just him trying to make a play. Nothing wrong with that. You can't blame Brock Frost on that at all. He was trying to make a play. And he got pressured, tried to let it fly.
Well, in that last pass, I'm going to go back to that last pass where the baby was just being, just manhandled. I know Foster's frustration. I can see he caught the field. I mean, absolutely should be frustrated right now. Got to get a little help on some of that. But instead, it's going to be Fulshear ball. 4:45 left. Fulshear has 53 on the board. And we're going to have, let's see who's in the game right now. So Barrington's coming back in the ball game. Still got Zane Smith in there.
I'm guessing they're going to hand it off.
Yeah, good. Because you know your football. Handoff.
Hey, shocker.
There it is, around the right side.
What am I, Nostradamus? Call me for your parenting and parental tips and your lottery numbers.
Absolutely. By the way, new running back, Demarius Froh, number 4. Again, he's going to ride that smaller bus back with all those running backs. It's an amazing group of running backs.
That is crazy. They have that many guys with they're able to carry the ball.
Godley is going to stay out of the game right now with 4 minutes left. Handoff to number 16. Goes through 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. That's DeMarcus Walker, who's listed on the roster as a DB. And he goes for 6. That was a 53-yard touchdown run for the Chargers. DeMarcus Walker, not even listed on the roster as a running back. 59-29 is the score. Going for 2. Handoff to big Zane Smith, and Zane Smith does Zane Smith things. And yes, he points to the scoreboard, and the score is now Fulshear 61, and your Mustangs 29.
And just like that,
And
they're going to hand it off to me or you next.
yeah,
I mean, let's just be honest. It's Colorado Museum, Kirk. They're a well-oiled machine. They've coached well. They play well. They're disciplined. That's a hard little system to put in. I would assume it's not just go out there and throw to whoever you want, and that's they've got that running stuff down, man. It's for sure. Those guys have done well, and they run it over and over. I'm trying to get some stats here from Coach McKeon
we'll
real
get
quick.
some stats. Jacob,
Got to give him credit.
what do you, we're up here. We're kind of at a loss for words.
I mean, one thing, that's just a testament to how well they know their system and how well their O-line blocks. They can take a guy who's not even listed as a running back and
Right.
he can rip off a 50, 60-yard
Right.
run like it's nothing,
Yeah.
I mean, that's something else.
No, you just don't. Yeah, at a school of any size, you don't just have that stable of running backs.
I've never seen anything like it. I mean, the fact that they have 5, 6 running backs that could, get playing time on probably any team in the district is absurd.
Yeah, no, for sure. Thanks, Jake. Well,
And they're fresh, too. They haven't been playing much. They're fresh
Absolutely.
against the defense, who is not, who's been playing a lot. And they're
going to onside kick it,
oh, that's cheap. I'm sorry.
and
That's-
they're going to
That's cheap. I'm sorry. That's cheap. You're up 32 points, and you onside kick it with 4 minutes to go.
unbelievable right there.
Yeah,
that's really 61-29, and you're going to onside kick that football
And
with 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
and they get it and recover it, and tough hit that time.
That's cheap. Sorry. Call me a homer if you want.
And the fans who are left, the football fans, they're cheering their team on. I mean, for Friendswood, you've got to there.
And the bad part about that is it hit our return man on the front line, and he got smoked.
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
I don't know. I didn't get the number. I was so mad looking at the play. That's cheap.
Yeah.
Again, you can call me what you want. Call me a homer, whatever. Penalty flag, good.
Now there's a flag comes out right now.
I don't know why. What would it?
And
The clock wasn't run down. What did he say?
well, it was on 17. The play clock had not run down.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a false start call. But it is 1st and 15 now with 4 minutes left. 61-29 is our score. Handoff around the right side. Could be about 3 or 4 yards on that carry, brought down by, looked like Quintero and Postma in on that. And I know the defense is, because they're just so fired up right now because of that's just. But again, Coach, I don't know what other word to say, just disrespectful.
That is. That's
Bush-
cheap.
that's Bush
That
League
is
football
Bush
right
League,
there.
yeah, absolutely. Up 32, and you onside kick it. I would have to, if I was one of the coaches or Coach Johnson, I might have to say something to the other coach and go, man, why would you do that? I don't understand. Just explain it to me, right? I'm not going to scream in the air. We're not going to fight about it. Just explain to me why you would do that. If you're trying to get more guys reps, you should have done that 2 scores ago. That's your fault for not having them in with 4 minutes.
Handoff on the left side. It's going to be brought down for about a yard gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 12 now with just under 3 minutes left here in the ballgame. (61-29), our score here from Henry Winston. Fulshear with the ball. Barrington in at quarterback in the T formation. And the ball up the middle. It's going to be brought down for a loss. And here's my question, so you're going to run the ball up the middle to run the clock to finish the game. Why then on the onside kick? If that's what you're going to do.
Yeah,
that's what kind of leaves me flustered. Like I'd almost think your onside kick, go and do your go, but they're not. It's kind of a strange deal.
Yeah, I don't get it. At a loss for it. Like I said, other than just cheat, Bush League. That's just ridiculous, man. I understand. Well, stop me if you can. You don't do that up 32.
Yeah, and now they're gonna punt. So yeah, it just makes no sense. But regardless, Fulshear doesn't do anything by the books. We've seen that all game. You know, real quick updates. Angleton does get the final win over Terry, 28-7. Magnolia, huge win, Coach. Again, I'm going to put the score in your ear.
Yes, sir.
44-14 over Mag West. 44.
That's crazy. And in district they've only allowed 20 points in district,
Right.
and they let 44 go today.
A lot of points scored this weekend in our district. Last night, Foster put 55 on Kempner.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at a 61 by Fulshear. Magnolia putting 44 on the board tonight as well. A lot of offense this week. For Friendswood, unfortunately, it's just going to drop them to one more loss this season. And, well, this one's going to, I don't know how you feel about it. You're losing to a team that has not lost a game all season. But just the way it was.
Oh, they're a good team. There's no doubt about that. They play well. They rush the ball well. They block well. And he boomed that punt.
They've got a punter.
They do. They've got a guy who can kick the ball. But they've played a good game. It just, for me, I hate to have the whole thing kind of scorned, if you will, by the last onside kick. That's just, there's no need in that. I know. And I get it. Like you said, they just.
Jacob, while we're talking, I know you don't have any more words.
I don't
know. Watching that, I had respect for them. I had respect for the game that they played. The fact they came in here, they run an unorthodox offense, right. All that. But after that onside kick, I will forever root against the Fulshear Chargers. I hope they lose in the playoffs. I hope they lose a heartbreaker. I don't wish injury or anything.
Well,
but
no, of course not.
I'm like y'all. I'm kind of fired up down here, to be completely honest.
Yeah, sure. And I can imagine the Friendswood coaches have got to be a little beside themselves too. And again, what I just get is it just makes no sense because then when they run on offense, just run up the middle to run the clock out.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're going to do that, go down the field and try to score at least. But and then the fact that the sideline was cheering, the crowd was cheering. That's just low blow to come in. I mean.
So I know there's not much more to say, Jacob. Listen, hey, while we got you, Jacob, stay on the line for a second here with us. We got about a minute left. Let's go ahead and talk real quick. We haven't even discussed where this game's going, the players, the game. But I'm just going to say right now, on the defense, as tough as it was, I thought Stamper made some big plays tonight. Really shut them down on some. So I'm going to go with Stamper.
That's exactly who I was thinking. Okay. Connor Stamper had a good game. He had a backfield tackle. He did good coverage on those receivers. I was thinking Connor Stamper as well.
Jake, I mean, you were down there. The defense didn't quit, even though the score wouldn't show that. They never quit. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? It was a tough night for the defense.
It was hard. No offense to the defense, it was hard for me to really highlight one specific player to pick for the award. But I think y'all are right. Stamper made some great plays, and the rest of the defense too. But he really kept the effort up all night. So my vote will go to Stamper as well.
Okay. And then on offense, man, it's just tough. I know we hate to say, hey, always go Brock Foster, but I'm saying Foster. He's just such a competitor. Kept us in the game as best he could.
Right.
I don't know, and like on some of those on the touchdown, he stretched over when he'd been balled up. I love the effort, and I'm going to give it to Brock Foster.
I think you're exactly right. And, I'm of the same opinion. I hate to just give it to the quarterback, but I think tonight was an especially hard-fought battle by Brock. He took hits. He kept, like you said, extra effort on runs. I mean, he battled. He was a warrior tonight. So I'm comfortable giving my vote to Brock.
Yeah.
Coach, those were the exact two guys I had in mind that I was going to top down. Was Brock Foster again. He competes, he battles, and he gets frustrated, but he comes off. He just wipes it off and goes to the next play. Yeah. Connor Stamper, he had a good game tonight in coverage, made some good tackles, came up, made some plays. So that was exactly what I was thinking. I concur with you guys.
Well, here we go. turnover on downs for the Mustangs. Fulcher will come in, take a knee, and this one will be in the books.
Are you sure they're not going to onside kick it real quick?
Mean, I know. I'm trying to be optimistic. They do take a knee.
And here's what's going to happen. I was getting ready to say it before this happened.
Yeah.
Some of the Mustangs are getting a little chippy now because they're a little mad that they did an onside kick, and it's going to cause some people to get in arguments and fights out there, and maybe somebody hurt over something stupid like that of an onside kick.
And now you got teams coming together right here, and you got to watch for something like this.
Yep.
So we'll see now as
Coach
Johnson
is
going after
calling
the
at one of the
officials.
officials.
Oh, that official's going to come back and have a little conversation with him. We'll see what that's going to be about. But that was just – Coach Johnson now is going to go have some words with the officials. Just kind of watching these teams. And, yeah, that's the problem when games got a hand like that is you don't want to see anybody get hurt, and as classless as Fulcher was on some of that, it's not always the players too, but sometimes they are the collateral damage, unfortunately, in something like that. So Coach Johnson is talking to Coach Conduti.
I would have to ask him. I just couldn't keep my tongue. I just couldn't do it.
Well, they're having a long conversation. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to put words in either coach's mouth.
Oh,
right
no,
there.
sure. No.
They'll both men competitive and coaches shake hands and move on, and both teams separate and go their separate ways. Coach, that's the night. I mean, that's just that's a tough one tonight for the Mustangs. Fought hard as long as they could and just Fulcher, give Fulcher credit. They are a top 5 team in the state for a reason. Though I don't like some of the things that the coaching staff did. The players, I give them credit. That's a strong team right there. Coach.
Oh yeah, they had over 650 yards of total offense there, and they got those guys we mentioned, Zane Smith, as the Mustangs come over, listen to the school song, as the band is still here, and the crowd kind of meanders out. But, you got to give Fulcher credit as far as the players and stuff, because those guys, they run that system well. They got the players for that system. A little old-school football where they rush those guys, inside handoff. They got 3 backs in the backfield. So it's one of those things you don't see often. Under center, we mentioned that several times. They don't get a shotgun very often. So, it's a tough district. We said that the first of the year. It's kind of a murderer's row for us as we come through those 3 home games, 3 away games, work our way back through. So what we got to do now is focus on next week. Right, that's the next district game. We're going to have to sit there, and appreciate everybody chatting us up here with Coach Butler and John Merritt and just the girls AAU basketball team and, of course, Jennifer Sharp. Everybody chatting us up. Appreciate y'all listening tonight to the game, and don't let the last 2 minutes overshadow the effort that the Mustangs put out there. They competed and they came back, and did the best they could, and honestly, 1 or 2 big plays changes that game for sure. Right?
Oh, yeah. But once the ball got rolling, it was just that snowball effect.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes. And again, every game, every moment's a teaching moment. And Coach Johnson will take this one; they'll learn a lot from this. And the frustration right now, but at the end of the day, you got to come back tomorrow and get ready for Terry.
That's right.
Just to remind you guys, next Friday night we'll be in Willis. Is that? No, Waller.
Willis. What you talking about, Willis?
Oh, here we go. Well, that's a perfect way to end tonight, isn't it? That's a perfect way to end this evening. Final score here tonight, Fulcher 61, Friendswood 29. Again, thank you, Jacob Rich, for doing on-field.
Yes, sir, Jacob.
Just yeoman's work down there. And our new producer, Vlad, thank you. You did a great job tonight. We're on the air all evening.
Yes, sir.
For the first time up here, kept us on the air all night, which obviously I appreciate that more than anything, because without that, you wouldn't hear these beautiful voices. Josh Fritz.
Easy now.
Glad to be back with you.
Yes, sir.
Feels like this is where we should be on a Friday evening.
Absolutely.
Right here. Then your final score, Fulcher 61, Friendswood 29. We'll see you guys next Friday night. Everyone have a great